Say his name and he appears. I am Ross Tweddell. Clap, clap, and we are live for NXT Heatwave 2024. How are we all doing this evening? He's going to appear. He's surely got to appear. I saw he was in Edinburgh today. He said the weather was nice. Nice translates to hot. Hot translates to heat. And he also gave a wave, I assume, when he saw an old lady in the street. Therefore, Joe Hendry is confirmed for tonight's show. That's my reckoning, and it's probably a complete load of bollocks. How are we all doing this evening? This is the main event of the weekend, as always. It's NXT. Thank you, Adam Pachiti's Geordie hero. That is me, Ross Tweddell. I believe in Ross Tweddell. Let me know where you are around the world this evening. We are, of course, back in Toronto, Ontario, where Money in the Bank was last night. We've got the kickoff show. We're looking at the Toronto skyline. I assume that's the Sky Dome next to the big pointy thing. You know that big pointy thing in Toronto? That's got to be the Sky Dome where WrestleMania X8 was, surely. Where are we, though? We've got Belfast Island. We've got Amman, Jordan. We've got Western NC. We've got Nova Scotia. Utah. Muncie, Indiana. Hope I said that correctly. Monterey. Canterbury. Ooh la la. Florida, Leeds, Dunstable. There we are. Beautiful British town. Arizona, Finland, North Kakalaki. Kildare, Ireland. Bangladesh, bloody hell. I think you're winning in terms of furthest away. I don't think we've had any Australians in yet. Let me know if you're in Australia. We've got the pre-show panel of Megan Morant and Sam Roberts. But who cares about their analysis? The Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast, where you need your analysis now. So if you want to find the timestamp on the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast and just watch This Week in NXT instead of watching these two, I would recommend you do that. Or instead of watching me, just turn this off. That's what I basically just told you there. Just turn this off. What we're doing, though, tonight, we're watching wrestling. Where's Jack? I don't know. Now, we only do one-man shows for these ones. Business decisions again. Need to keep the lights on, etc., etc., etc. Brit Pro... Oh, my goodness, I can't read that out. Brit Pro Gamer, thank you very much for the donation there. Bleep Ross, he is Bleep Ross. He is Bleep Ross. I believe that is from the days... That looks weird when I'm rubbing my leg like that, doesn't it? I believe that's from the days where we used to parody the Glorious Bomb, if people are old enough to remember the Glorious Bomb of Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, and of course Bobby Roode before he was Robert Roode. As we watch Roxanne Perez walk in the building. Jesus Christ. But she is looking very confident ahead of her match tonight. Trick Willie's there, greeted by marks in the street. Dun, 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 the marks in the street. Very excited. Looks very hot in Toronto at the moment. Anyone know the temperature in Toronto? There was no weather updates from Michael Cole last night because, of course, we're inside. I assume there was a soft breeze of aircon filling the arena as Tangaloa went for the taint. Up the Tangaloa. Maybe we could rename the taint the Tangaloa after he went to Kevin Nash's, I wish. Kevin Owens' taint. My God, what a start of the stream. New tag team champions tonight, that's what I'm predicting. Imagine Ross doing NXT commentary. Just watch Booker T. Me and Booker T are like that in terms of how we view NXT. Of course, no, we're not. I listen to the storylines, I pay attention. I don't order food while I'm watching the shows. But yes, the NXT tag team champions, I think that's the one belt that will change hands this evening, at the very least. I think the tag team champions, Nathan Frazer, Axiom, not on the same page because Nathan keeps frolicking over to this speed, which makes it sound like a drug, but you know what I mean. He should have all his focus, all his attention on the NXT title. NXT tag team title. Sorry, I got distracted there by Paul Steers. Thank you very much. Last night, was it a botch? I personally believe if I had to nail my flag to a particular mast, I'm going to sneeze now. Elephant, elephant, elephant. Elephant, elephant, elephant. Elephant, elephant. Oh, it's a big sneeze coming. But it's gone, has it? No, elephant, elephant, elephant. Sorry, this is the way I get rid of sneezes so I don't sneeze on camera. And it's gone. I believe that in one of the knees to the head, I think Damian Priest was knocked silly for a little period of time there. Enough time that he just couldn't move. Whether he wanted to or not. So that's what I'm going to say. Because I just think the way that Drew McIntyre's theme played, I think it happened too late for it to be for that to be the production botch. If it happened 5 seconds after the pinfall, I think we're talking about someone forgetting to hit the button because their teeth are too big and they couldn't see the buttons because of their teeth. Ha! Kevin Dunn will be blamed for every production mistake in the future. But the fact it happened a good 20 seconds after the pinfall, or at least that's what I remember from watching the show, I think Damian Priest was just not loopy. And I think the referee's hand was forced. Otherwise, we would have had a new champion when nobody planned to have a new champion. That's what my rationale is. I was being a bit harsh about Tangaloa, at the start of the stream there. Or 2 sentences ago. However long ago it was. Because he was clearly not loopy as well off a Cody Rhodes Tope Suicide. So it went backwards into the announce table, didn't he? Bashed the back of his head. But soldiered on. Got the low blow on the second shot. So up the Tangaloa. What do we think, though? Let me know in the chat if you thought that was... How did you view that botch last night? It was definitely a botch. Do you think it was a production botch? Do you think it was a Damian Priest being knocked out for a second or two off one of the knees in the suplex portion of the Falcon Arrow attempt reversal? Or do you have any other hypotheses? Let me know. Lyrab says Priest was loopy. Emmett says production botch. Some of the bumps last night were gnarly, Alex Lord. I do agree. A-Shock says production. Priest was out and couldn't kick out, says Michael Ingram. That's a nice little rhyme. Priest was out and he couldn't kick out. I believe in Joe Hendry. It just whap it on anything, don't you? Emmett, thank you very much for the tip. Here we go. Good evening, Ross. I'm not long back from the Pound Bakery. I went there. All the cakes were £1 except for one. I asked the woman working there, why is that one's more expensive? Oh my God, I can't even read. I asked the woman working there why that one's more expensive, and she says that's Madeira cake. Ha 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 ha. He's back again with the one-liners, Emmett. That's a good one, that. Madeira, dear. Heather Wright says a combination of both hypotheses of botch. Carly Von Karma says perfect storm of mistakes. Priest was out. Production was late. No one knew how to react quick enough. Honestly, if Priest isn't kicking out there and you don't want Seth Rollins to be champion, well, I guess there was weeks before SummerSlam. There's an easy way to get out of it. I think I've seen a couple of people on Twitter say this, that the Judgment Day Finn Balor has paid off the referee to basically make sure that Damian Priest walks out as champion no matter what's going on, which of course would mean Finn Balor was interfering with Damian Priest's business once again, which means Damian Priest would be unhappy, Finn Balor would be unhappy, they'd all be unhappy, and they'd fall apart, which is what Liv Morgan wants at the end of the day. So there's an easy way out of it if they want to go down that route. But I did like in the post-show thingy, the press conference thingy, I'm hesitant to call it a press conference. We'll see Lola Vice having an interview by Sarah Schreiber earlier today. Let's see if there's any developments here. She has a picture of herself from last week's NXT, or this week's NXT. She's left all the tears in Florida. Those tears did come out of nowhere. Well, they came out of her eyes, but also came out of nowhere. She's going to kick her heat off. Kick her bloody heat off. How did Matthew react to the botch? I've got no idea. Probably sat in his chair at home. Ho, 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 ho. I can't believe it, pal. I don't know. Find out in Botchamania very soon, no doubt. What was I talking about there? I've lost my trail of thought there because Lola Vice... Just can't stop thinking about Lola Vice's tears on this week's NXT. Came out of nowhere. Just cutting a standard promo. I'm going to beat you at Heatwave, Roxanne Perez. My mom died. Oh, she didn't die. She suffered during the pregnancy, didn't she? Because Lola was in the womb while her mother was fighting. Had to give up the fight game. And Lola's career is a tribute to her mother. But now that the tears were real, I think. It was a real story Lola Vice told on NXT this week. But it came out of nowhere. It was a sharp turn. A sharp turn. Lab Glass, thank you very much for the donation. It's Roos. Tribute to Matthew there. Women's Money in the Bank should have main evented. Bloodline versus Cody was a slog. I don't know if Cody versus Bloodline was a slog. I really enjoyed Jacob Fatu's performance in that match. I thought pretty much the first thing he did in the match was take Randy Orton's draping DDT, And I like the fact he sold it for a second because he hit his head on the mat. And he sort of went... And then he got back up and just started wrecking house. He did a whisper in the wind, which I think should be called a shouting in the wind because he's massive compared to Jeff Hardy. I thought it was a very good outing for Jacob Fatu. Tangaloa we spoke about already. Banged his head on the announce table. Made a whoopsie with the 10th shot. The 10th shot come low blow. But yeah, well, I'm trying to think what else there was to write home about the show. Solo Pin and Cody. I mean, I thought it was obvious they were going to do that before the show, setting up SummerSlam, having Solo Pin Cody. But the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, I thought, it pissed all over the men's for the second year in a row. Despite Chad Gable's outing in the men's, I thought the women's was much better this year for the second year in a row. Io Sky in both of those matches. I'm sure that's not a coincidence. I'm sure it's not a coincidence. But yeah, the women's one. Chelsea Green. I said on the podcast, I'm gonna pat my own arse here. I said months ago on the podcast. It could have been weeks ago. I said a period of time ago on the podcast that the way she's going, she's going to have a, maybe not as big, but a sort of Sami Zayn trajectory. She's being that entertaining as a heel. There'll be a groundswell in popularity. Then she'll be a big baby face at the other side. That's my prediction for Chelsea Green over the next year. Because what she's doing at the moment, every time she's on screen, she makes the most of it. That bump at the end of the match, I know we've seen it before from her. I don't think it was Lucha Underground. She did something mad in Lucha Underground, but she definitely did it in Impact back in the day. But yeah, that bump she took, the little spot at the start of the match, I thought was good, where she was trying to... She realised she had a fear of heights, so she was trying to just jump up and get the briefcase. Weirder things have happened. Otis didn't have to move, and it fell into his arms one year, I remember. But yeah, nobody had a bad match in that one. I mean, Zoe Stark, after her little mistake at the start, where she went for a flippy whoopsie-doo over the rope, where she sort of catches her ankles on the top rope and does the senton, where she missed and banged her head off the ladder. She recovered from that very nicely. Io Sky, obviously. The Michinoku driver off the top of the ladder through the ladder bridge. Ooh, goodness me, what a maneuver. Trying to remember what else happened in the match. Naomi was good as well with how she managed to do that DDT from basically a split in between two ladders was incroyable. When does Chelsea Green's character get serious, asks Ace Shock in the chat. I would say not for a long, long time. I can see, I'd say I would have preferred Chelsea to win Money in the Bank. I think we're all at peace. We've all realised that Tiffy Stratz has got a huge future in terms of, winning titles and whatnot. But I think having Chelsea with the briefcase and all the bollocks you could do with Chelsea in the briefcase. I mean, Tiffy Stratz can still do a lot of that same bollocks. But I don't think it would slap as hard if it was with Chelsea Green. I think Tiffy in ring has been presented as stronger, so maybe she doesn't need the briefcase as much, if that makes any sort of sense. It might make no sense. I might be talking absolute bollocks. Let me know what your thoughts are in the chat. But yeah, I do think last night's women's match, the ladder match, was better than the men's, despite Drew McIntyre watching that swinging briefcase. Come on! You know what he said. As we're watching now, the wonderful cinematography of NXT, the Wesley promo from this week's weekly NXT episode, where he's consumed by the title. And because of that, whoever put this segment together had the shadow of Oba eventually consume Wes. It's wonderful, wonderful symbolism. That's what I'm looking for. Symbolism's not for cowards. It's for wrestling savants who watch NXT. Puppet Boy says, if Joe Hendry doesn't show up tonight, then I demand Marco stunt. Shut up, I can dream. I've not watched Collision in full yet. I've seen that bit last night. Nice to see Marco stunt back. His shorter hair and whatnot. That bump he took off the turnbuckle. Or was it off the rope? I can't remember. I saw the gif on Twitter when I was half asleep earlier. Having my pre-show nap. Yeah, that's my jobs for tomorrow is watch Collision. Make notes for the podcast. Other jobs as well, but that's part of it. There has never been a Money in the Bank expiration angle before, which is very interesting. I can see why they did away with the men's straight away, because you can't... I know you could, for the ultimate insert Bully Ray meme of heat. You could do it, but for me, you can't end Cody's reign on a cash-in. You can't do it. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't feel right. After 2 years of waiting, it wouldn't feel right for it to end that way. And I do think that Gunther is going to win at SummerSlam, so he's going to hold the title for a while. So I thought they looked at that scenario there, adding more fuel to the fire if they need any more between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. I can see why they did away with the men's on the same night. Because it was effective, wasn't it? Drew McIntyre in the post-show thingy when he was pushing or elbowing Adam Pearce in the head. Wade Barrett, calm down, you silly bugger. I like how Wade Barrett's the only guy who can speak to Drew McIntyre. Make him see sense. Your career is over if you continue. Stop it now, Drew, you silly boy. I like Wade Barrett's role with Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry? My God, he's on the brain. I can't get him out. I can't get him out. We'll hopefully see Joe Hendry this upcoming weekend. Going to go to my first ever North Wrestling show. Dun-dun-dun. In the area, Joe Hendry's taking on Elijah, formerly known as Elias. Should be a large professional wrestling matchup. But will Joe Hendry appear tonight? Let me know what you think in the chat there. I did see Adam Pearce's tweet. I can see in the chat there. He made a Tony Khan reference, didn't he? Jackie Redmond fearing for her life. Cheers, Sam Roberts, for letting us know that Oba Femi gets better and better and better. I like Sam Roberts. A good guest on Straight to Hell. If you're a fan of Sam Roberts, had him on Straight to Hell a few years ago. Well, the only one I recall of his was he hates it when people call the tag team champions plural. He likes tag team champion. It's one belt split into two for two people, but you are the tag team champion, not the tag team champions. There is one title anyway. Nathan's not arrived. This guy needs to pull his finger out of his arse. Forget about the dreams of the EPL. Oh, I could have played in the EPL if I wanted to. He needs to focus on his pal. Focus on his pal he got drunk with in Las Vegas. Instead of frolicking around going after a speed title that no one cares about. What are you doing, Nathan Frazer? If you're watching the stream, sort your date. Knobhead. Poor Axiom's crying there on the phone wondering where his pal is. It's a disgrace. Oh. Lab Glass says Robertson Morant. Oh, wank. Up the Samuel Roberts. To be fair, I think Megan Morant's good at her job. She's like the Claude Makalele if you're a fan of football. Just a hold and roll, lets the other people be more flamboyant. She's just there to keep things ticking along, does the job well. And now we're watching a little bit that we saw during Money in the Bank last night of the WrestleMania XL Behind the Curtain documentary, where The Rock is a great guy. He's a great guy. That's what we learned during that documentary. It was all his idea. He had a feeling in his loins. I had a feeling in my loins that the fans were unhappy at me wanting to have the main event against Roman Reigns. That's what The Rock was saying. Will there be a sync point? Way either will. Way either will. We're looking at Triple H in his office during that little clip there now, with his spectacles on, his old man glasses. Did the botch in the World Heavyweight Championship match ruin it for me? A little bit, yeah. It's a shame for Damian Priest because I know he recovered well, but he had a big botch in, a fairly big botch in the match against the match in Scotland. God, that was a while ago now. 3 weeks. As I say, he recovered from that one. But yeah, last night, it just makes him look a bit wank, doesn't it? When his shoulders are clearly on the mat and the referee stopped counting for no reason at all. As I said earlier, they could get out of it with the JD. Finn Balor in particular, paying off the referee. So Balor's still getting involved in Damian Priest's business. That's a way out of it. But in the match itself, until that happens, it still makes him look a bit weak in my opinion. Good evening, Chris Council. Nice to see you again. It's too early. Ask for a like, Spike. We're still on the kickoff show. What should we do for the next bit? Because there's one match for the kickoff show. As the Canadians, one slightly more Canadian than the other. Karmen Petrovic is the lesser Canadian. Arianna Grace is more Canadian. They're in tag team action, I do believe. Up the NXT indeed. What do you think the new bloodline will do once this whole angle is completed? It's going to be very difficult, because surely Roman's just going to come back and that'll be it. Solo will get beat. The Usos will reunite. The baby faces will be popping. Excuse me. And surely Bloodline 2.0 loses. But I think it'd be really effective if they could put some, as Edge and Christian used to say on the Edge and Christian podcast back in the day, put the rocket boosters on. Strap that brother up on Jacob Fatu, because I think he is the dog's bollocks. And he has shown he is the dog's bollocks so far. I think he's what they thought Solo was, or what they wanted Solo to be. But Solo just hasn't got that, that Kavorka in his being. But Jacob Fatu certainly does. What Umanga used to have back in the day, as William Regan would call him from time to time. That brute. I think that's the word I'm looking for. Solo is more cool, isn't he? He tries to be a bit like, with his thumb and whatnot in matches, but he's a cool guy, isn't he? Just let him be cool. Let Jacob Fatu be what they wanted Solo to be initially, I think. Then we'll have a great time. But I can't see anything else than Roman Reigns returning, reuniting with the Usos, maybe Survivor Series, that's the big match. And that'd be it. Bloody hell, Larry Rabb. You don't have to keep doing this, Larry, but it's very, very much appreciated. Thank you for streaming tonight. This weekend has been great with the channel. I love that I found people who are passionate about wrestling and ignited my passion again. Thank you. No, Larry, thank you very much. Much appreciated. I'm glad you're liking these sort of things. It is nice just to chat about wrestling, isn't it? Especially the best wrestling in the world. Sorry, the best wrestling. The best wrestling in the world. NXT. Beat Dynamite to gain the ratings, didn't it? I think I read that earlier. I don't care about that sort of stuff. Ethan Page wearing a Canadian tuxedo, double denim. No undershirt on under his shacket there. Looks like quite a shacket kind of thing. Big chain on, though. He has been booked terribly these past couple of weeks, in my opinion, with his promos. Oh, I would have won a Battleground, but I didn't. I've got you, Trick Willie. I would have won. I mean, I lost a 10-minute match that nobody, didn't really get anyone out their seat. But I would have won, but I didn't win. That's been his promos. It's been wank. Write him better, Chef Michaels, if you are indeed a chef. As we now watch a promo package about President Kelani Jordan. Hey, I'm Lani, and I'm going to provide better water for all the kids. That's what she sounds like to me. Taking on Sol Ruca. This, if I had the chef's pencil, and if I was booking NXT, I'd have a title change here. I just don't think Kalani's in-ring work is ready for a title reign, but everything else, her promos and whatnot, I don't think she's quite ready for a title reign on NXT. That might just be my opinion. Let me know what you think in the chat. I think Sol Ruca is the more complete performer at this moment in time. I just don't, when Kalani's taught, I just don't believe the words she's saying. She sounds like she's reciting a script given to her by a politician. Lani is best. Nobody doesn't like Lani. Exactly, Emmett. You make my point for me. She just sounds like a politician in my opinion. But look at what they're doing here. Two friends having a little workout there, doing handstands and wriggling around each other's bodies. We all do this in the gym, don't we? With all our friends. Me and Owen used to go to the gym together and do this all the time. He would be the base and I'd be just flopping around him like Sol Ruca is here. Watch. She's holding up Kelani Jordan by her ears. What's going on here? Strong lobe game from Kelani Jordan. What the hell is this? Chef Michaels is a horny old bastard, isn't he? The people he's hiring. The stuff he has them do in certain situations. Oh, do you reckon you could go down the gym and just film yourselves? Just, oh, it doesn't matter. I don't want to think about Shawn Michaels doing that, but, he's not doing much to dispel the rumours. I agree with Faded Fortunes in the chat there. Jada Parker is the one who should be the North American champion. She is. She just has it. You believe everything that lady says. I think there'll be a turn after this match. From Kelani or from Sol? It's got to be Kelani if anyone turns. Sol's too pure. Thanks for the WTF upload, Hocktur. No problem, babe. Bad baby Jesus, you naughty boy. Yeah, WTF for last night's show is on the channel right now. Please go give it a watch. Just put it on in the background if you don't want to watch it. It helps us along. Mute it. Give it a like. Leave a little comment. Tickle the algorithm. Brrr. Dakota, maybe Kai. Thank you very much for the tip in the chat there. I don't know if you noticed this, but I think the reason MJF has been calling himself the Wolf of Wrestling is because he was the wolf in sheep's clothing. His kindness was a facade. Interesting point that I fully agree with. Makes sense. I mean, he didn't do a very good job on his opening promo. The red flags were there. Oh, Swerve with your terrible promos. Will Ospreay with your wrestling that's not as good as people I've beaten like Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes and whoever else there was. What was the third one? Okada with your body that's not very nice. Even though he looks like an Olympic swimmer, in my opinion, does Okada. So the red flags were there from the start. But I think you're onto something there with the wolf in sheep's clothing, because certainly with Daniel Garcia, he has been whizzle-wazzling folk. But I'm looking forward. It's surely going to be Ospreay versus MJF at the Wembley. Should be a good one of the tent-pole matches. Larry Rabb, did he miss Forbidden Door for WTF for Forbidden Door? No, because I don't do them anymore for AEW. We had to cancel them because not enough people watch them, basically. The WWE ones are hanging on by a thread, so they are. But it's been 8 years. 8 years. I don't know what you do. I'm trying, so I am, Larry. But yeah, we had to cancel the AEW ones, unfortunately. But instead, I do the live streams. So once that door might have closed, but another door has opened. Bad baby Jesus, my goodness me, can't get me words out. Thank you very much for the super chat, Alicious, with a little emoji which looks like a duck playing their beak in the shape of a trumpet. I've just realised I've just totally blanked Ethan Page there because his promos recently have been awful. There you go, Canadian tuxedo. I know that term by Renee Paquette. I remember her Twitter bio in the back in the day used to say something along the lines of connoisseur of the Canadian tuxedo. And I was like, oh, what does that mean? It means double denim. But yeah, rambling nonsense there from Ethan Page. Bouncy! You had to get a passport to Javon Evans to get across the border. Because he's that young, he doesn't have a passport, never been out the country. He cannot believe he's in the main event. The first ever main event PLE of his career. God, he talks slow, doesn't he? It's going to be bouncy, and there's going to be a new NXT champion. I don't think there will be. I'm predicting... Oh, Mr. Chase. There's a purple variant of the Chase U merch now. What does it mean? Are they branching off? Is that a second strand? NWO Chase U? I can't wait for Tuesday. Shut up, Ridge. In fact, no, I'm on Ridge's side currently. Kayla, good evening. So you should juke you, what's the word? Snitch? That's what I'm looking for. I didn't get that story. I know they want to be all wholesome and whatnot, but you won a match. Who gives a toss if you cheated? Mr. Chase, I'm not happy with this cheating. New tag team champions tonight, I think, is nailed on. Especially now that Nathan Frazer is late to the arena. Because he can't focus on one thing at once. Focuses on 12 things at once. You're allowed to call him Mr. Chase. Mega Moran, don't you worry about that. Everyone should address Andre, as I know him. Follow each other on Twitter, so we do. Everyone should call him Mr. Chase. A great leader. Been through the tough times. Risked the future of a university. The finances of a university. Over $1 million on the well-being of one of his students. That's how much he cares about the people his subordinates, so to speak. And now we're going towards the tag team titles. it's inspirational stuff, and it really pains me on the podcast when Matthew and Jack go against Andre Chase. You know, sometimes you got to see the wood from the trees. I don't know what that saying is. You know what I'm trying to say. Anthony oh my God, Jaziz. I hope I've said your name right there. Believes in Joe Gacy. R.I.P. Joe Gacy. Not because he's actually dead, but, you know, he's become the Wyatt Six guy, and I don't think he's called Joe Gacy anymore. Oh, Ava's on. We need to be quiet because she's brilliant. Bad leadership from Ava recently. Spent too much time on her phone backstage, leaving Mr. Stone and Stevie Turner doing her bidding for her. Oh, who cares, Megan Moran? What a softball question. Tonight's a special night. We're coming off an amazing Money in the Bank pay. They're looking to impress Ava and show out. God, she's so official. She's brilliant. The best leader in the world. You Putins, get out of town. I'd rather have Ava in charge of the motherland. I don't know what I'm saying now. It's just funny how much they big her up as being brilliant. It's the brilliant Ava. If she wanted to run for a certain office in the autumn, she'd definitely get it. She'd beat the Trump and the Biden. Actual quotes they've said on the weekly show before. Good evening, the Demon Diva from Puerto Rico. Long time no speak. Hope you're well. Oh, God, she's so brilliant. Softball questions, softball answers. Classic Ava. I'm just happy that Mr. Stone, that rat, who's forgotten about Come Tuesday a bit too quickly for my liking, Stevie Turner, former Twitch streamer turned general manager elect. Just happy they're not there. I'm happy they're not there. What am I drinking? I've got a coffee and a water. Whoa! Yes, we have a match coming up on a Countdown 2 show. Jazmyn, Jayne, my God. Jacy, Jayne, and Jazmyn Nix taking on one massive Canadian in Arianna Grace and one slightly less Canadian in Karmen Petrovic. As you now see a promo package about Imperium. Share about Ludwig Kaiser's injury. Arm in real life. Ribs in storyline thanks to Shamu. Kevin, thank you very much for the donation there. Do you think there's any chance of at least a mention of Julia, or maybe we see Starks tonight? I really want Ricky in NXT. Biscotti! I've never thought about Ricky Starks in terms of making a debut. Anyone know his contract status? Is it been put out there? I try to keep up with the news, but it's really hard. What's Ricky Starks' contract status with AEW? Because it seems a bit weird that he said on Twitter, I think it was back in May, wasn't it? I mentioned on the Culties a few weeks ago that he mentioned on Twitter that he's not injured and it's just not being used in storylines. So that's a bit of a weird one when you've got someone like Ricky Starks. You make room for Ricky Starks, don't you? So if his deal's up and he can go, why not? Why not NXT? Because the NXT main event scene on the men's side, as we're seeing by the likes of Shawn Spears losing to Ridge Holland upon their arrival in NXT, then going into the main event scene, it's a bit threadbare, it's a bit thin. So having someone like Ricky Starks to get in there straight away and be a main eventer, I think would be a good thing for NXT. But again, I don't know what his contract status is. And any mention of Julia, I think there will be, because there was, I remember sitting on the news a few weeks ago about some sort of deal they'd worked out where she could still work for Marigold, but then still work for NXT at the same time. So I think because I think Marigold's show, I don't know what Marigold's schedule is. I'm a terrible, terrible guy. But I think they've got shows coming up soon. I think. I might be talking absolute bollocks. NXT predictions videos with Ross and the Demon Diva. Make it happen. I'll go on her channel if she wants. We don't do it anymore. Not enough people watched them back in the day. But I'll go on the Demon Diva's channel if she fancies it. Give us a tickle. Cassius the Wolf, thank you very much for being a member. Much appreciated. Glad to be here with you, Mr. Ross. Up the NXT. Up the NXT. Thanks for being an inspiration for fellow mental health sufferer. Hope everything's going all right. It's a bloody struggle, isn't it, life? Hey? Hey? But no, thank you very much for the nice message there. Much appreciated. Thank you for the membership. Thank you for all the above. Marigo show next Saturday. My God, all my thoughts are on oh my God. Thunderstruck by North. At the Walker Dome. I do remember when Ridge Holland retired for 5 days. But yeah, maybe now that Marigold's up and going, that perhaps Julia, because it's still weird that we had that little scene with Rossi Ogawa, William Regal, and Julia in the front row of that takeover, well, the NXT Premium Live event. A few months ago, sorry. Was it the first one of the year? And then she's gone missing. What are my thoughts on Lexis King? Awful. Until this week, where he gave a monologue. He turned rock music heel. All the ladies love 3-minute guitar solos. What did he say? Heavy riffs. Big riffs and big hair. That's what the line was. Hugh Janus with a lovely profile picture of Pachiti Dust. Every time I think of Pachiti Dust, I think of his crotch, because that's all he could see back then in that wonderfully tight outfit. Anyway, I digress. I haven't seen much of the Graps this year for life reasons, so there is a lot to catch up on. So to help me out, who would you rather be, a knight or a pirate? Would I rather be a knight or a pirate? I would rather be a knight, because I think the living circumstances of a knight are much better than a pirate. Shawn Spears is cutting a moody promo from his hotel room. I think you're more likely to catch the scurvies, the salty sea dogs, other illnesses if you're at the sea. But a night relatively close to a castle, I know you're fighting, but I think your living circumstances between the fights will be a lot better. So Hugh Janus, I would be a knight. I like the... God, that was a weird intake of breath, wasn't it? I like the cavalcade of Shawn Spears' promos currently. It's just, again, it's a shame that they had him jobbing out to the likes of Ridge Holland, and I think it was Joe Gacy he lost clean to in his opening weeks of NXT, which makes you think of him at a certain level. Now all of a sudden, he's in the main event picture. Whereas, if he started off like this, I think it would have been a lot more palatable. Although I do hope they go back to the religious stuff. Joshua. Trick Willie wearing some Gucci, I think the kids like to call it. Don't know why the kids would call it that. Normal people call it Gucci. I went for Gucci. Because I'm posh AF. I don't think they're going to take the title off your Trick. I think you're going to win. He's pissed off. Any signings I'd like to see Newcastle make? Well, if we could get Chiesa for 25 million, that would be a very nice start. But I think he's going to Roma, isn't he? But I digress. Back to wrestling. Newsflash. They love Trick Williams. You can't mention Michael Jordan. That's Kelani Jordan. I'll explain that for people who don't watch the weekly show. They've positioned Kelani Jordan as Michael Jordan. Wonderfully. So yeah, on NXT this week, we had Kelani Jordan cutting a promo where she mentioned Michael Jordan. Then we had Sol Ruca cutting a promo and she mentioned LeBron James. It's subliminal messaging how they're positioning those two. Goats. Goats in the making. Thoughts on Trick's reign so far? I think it's been okay. But I think that's not so much to do with him. I think that's to do with his opponents. I think they left themselves with nowhere to go after Mello, so now we're in this scrambling phase of Trick Willie's reign, where any and all comers, because the main event scene is pretty thin, any and all comers are allowed to have a little shot. That'll be the one, because I've got a horrible feeling that Oba Femi's going to lose tonight. I just don't want to see Oba Femi lose ever. I'm an Oba feminist. I believe in Oba Femi. Smooth. I would have Oba eat everyone, then beat Trick and have both titles at the same time. That's how much I believe in Oba Femi. So that's the one. That's the feud. I think. I think if Oba gets there, that's where Trick's reign will go war-tish. Excuse me. If Trick is still the champion by then. MK Anime. Thank you for the donation. What's the next evolution of Ross's hair? I don't know. I'm going for the mullet. Wabba! It's taken a while to grow at the back. I'm surprised. I've been growing this mullet now for about 3 months. Maybe longer. I think it was March when I had it cut in for the first time. April, May, June. Well, into the 4th month now. As we're in the shed. The Scotiabank shed. So I don't know. I've not even reached the next evolution yet, really. Booker T looks on one, and that's what we like to see. Shucky ducky quack quack, he said the same thing. I can't think of anything to say, so I'll say the catchphrases. The Booker T School of Commentary. Let's see how big of a pop Arianna Grace gets now. Oh, the heels are walking out first. Jazmyn Nix and Jacy Jayne. Predictions for this one, surely. I know that these two are more serious, but surely you got to have Arianna Grace win. Surely. After robbing the crowd of Chelsea Green yesterday, a Chelsea Green win anyway, surely you got to have Arianna Grace pick up the win here. Arianna Grace, who in many respects is the Chelsea Green of NXT. When Arianna Grace is on the screen, she makes the most of her TV time. That's how, well, one thing we're listening for now is we see the first Joe Hendry sign of the evening, I believe, on the ramp there. Looks like a good crowd for NXT. Got a list now. Booker T reacts to Jazmyn Nix's unique ring entrance. He can't compose himself normally on the weekly show. She's just done that. The camera cut away and Booker T survived. I don't know why they're making Jacy Jayne wear her regular mask, but then Cody give her his Dashing Cody Rhodes mask. That's used as like an entrance mask. Bizarre. Surely just make a new Dashing Cody Rhodes-esque face protector for Jacy if you want to do that sort of thing. She looks evil though in her Zorro-esque nose protector thingy. After it got thwacked a little while ago. I do enjoy the start of Karmen Petrovic's entrance. She has a sword. And she knows how to bloody use it, right? Like Spike for the sword. We the North, she has written on her arse. On her ass. As Booker T would probably say. Good pop for Arianna Grace. God, tongue twisted there. You can see where she gets her comedic chops from. Her dad being who he is. She's in tears, as she would be. Home to see her people. Main roster, nailed on. Just a matter of when for Arianna Grace. She's still relatively new on the scene, though. I'd say under a year. Has it been under a year? Around about a year? My timelines are all over the place. Anyone know when Arianna Grace made her NXT debut? Karmen Petrovic has got a sign. I can't believe it. Anything could happen. She's got 2 signs. Booker is growling. Who's her dad? It says Santino Marella. Arianna Grace's shoot father. And Karmen Petrovic's mother is Natalia. That's what we've been told so far in storyline. I'm going to go for a babyface win here. Let me know in the chat who you're going for. No problem, Chris Council. All the best. I've missed a super chat. I'm a terrible guy. AJD, thank you very much indeed. Greetings from Oregon. It's 36 degrees Celsius right now. What would your drink of choice be in my shoe? Sending love. P.S. You can rock Air Forces. No, I can't. No, I cannot. No, no, no. I appeared in one video with them and I got the piss taken out of me relentlessly for wearing a meme shoe when all I was looking for was a sturdy leather shoe for the winter over here in Newcastle. But no, no, no. Couldn't possibly wear an Air Force One. My drink of choice, a cocktail, a pina colada, a woo-woo. Although that being said, there's never a better weather for a lager, a nice crisp cold lager, than hot weather. And 36 degrees is outrageous. Celsius as well. Outrageous. 14 minutes, 32 seconds to go until the main show starts. Arianna Grace looking like prime Hulk Hogan with the red and gold, yellowish, I guess, and a scoop slam. I don't know why I had to mention Hulk Hogan there, but there we go. Karmen is in. Shoot Lariato for a near fall. Excuse me. April 22nd, 2022 was Arianna's debut. Where does time go? She certainly hasn't been like the forefront of NXT like she has been fairly recently. I still think they made a bit of a mess. I know NXT is brilliant and whatnot, but you have to call out the bollocks when you see it. They still made a bit of a mess of the Gigi Dolan storyline for me. We didn't even see Gigi dressed up like a dick once. I thought Europeans didn't drink their beer cold. Oh no. Straight out the tap, nice and cold. Germans have their beer cold as well, as far as I can see, in Germany a couple of weeks ago. I was out last night for the England game. What was it called? Oh, dear me. What the hell's that place called? Oh, my God. I forgot what it was called. It was a heavy night last night. Kayla drank a bottle of wine in a bar. Fell down the steps. Oh, she's watching. I know Gigi got injured, but we still could have had segments with Gigi dressed up like a dick at least once. We skipped several chapters of the story before going, oh, that's the end. I'm trying. What? It's the punk guy who does Brewdog. That's the one. I was in a little bar in my hometown of Morpeth that sells Brewdog. First time having their Punk IPA, whatever it was called. It was lovely. Lovely tandem neckbreaker offense by the heels. Jacy Jayne has it in terms of being a poo house of a heel. Can't swear on YouTube. How was my Euros games? Fantastic. As an experience, fantastic. Italy versus Spain. Bit more of a tactical affair. Bit more, maybe you could say boring. But I appreciated what the teams were doing. Turkey versus Portugal. Wah wah wee wah. Was surrounded by the Turkish. They are very loud people. In the yellow wall at Dortmund, sorry. Igduna Park. Kevin Owens cannonball in the corner from Jacy Jayne. Punk IPA's meh. I don't know what it was last night. It felt like it was a relatively new bar I was in. And just the crispness of it was so refreshing, so light. Delightful. Shoot pin from Petrovic. Kick out by Jayne. That bitch Jacy Jayne. Roll through. Mat-based offense. Hadn't missed a beat, says Booker T. That was a weird double suplex there. Don't think Jazmyn Nix knew how to hook the arm there. She was going for like a Northern Lights. It was bizarre. We are going for a very traditional match structure here by the looks of things. We're currently in the heel beatdown portion, waiting for the hot tag from Arianna Grace to come in. And then she'll wreck shop. Wreck shop? She'll smash their faces in. Oh, they're redoing the spot. She's hooked the arms correctly this time. Nope. Reversal by Petrovic. Big boot. Slippity-doo through the ropes for Jazmyn. She's not getting there. Devastation. So close to the hot target so far. Ah, she's got there. I hope this all goes wrong for Arianna Grace. She's that kind of heel where you want to see her do well, but then banana peel at the end. We'll laugh, but we'll still appreciate her efforts. You know what I'm trying to say. Elbow to the spine. Throwback offense from Arianna Grace. Interesting point there, I see in the chat from Captain Paddock. Both teams are made up of one person wearing red and one wearing purple. That is true. Jayne is dressed like she would be the tag team partner of Karmen Petrovic. Jazmyn with the late save there. Arianna Grace is out. Surely we're in the closing stages now of this professional wrestling matchup. Hair pull by Jayne. That bitch, Jayne. Wonder where Fallon Henley is with her new hair. Sweep. Knee. It might be over. Arianna Grace is in. Breaks up the pin. Hello, Brian Doyle. Hello, Mr. Mid. We're on the pre-show Akshat. Jacy just feels like an EastEnders character. No, I don't watch EastEnders, but Jacy Jayne doesn't strike me as someone who would have a pint in the Queen Vic. Oh, reversal from Arianna. It's over. Petrovic gets the pin. Nice little bit of whizzle-wazzling there for the heels. How'd you like that? Taste of your own medicine, Jacy Jayne. Arianna in tears. She's just won a metaphorical Oscar. She's taken all the credit. It was, to be fair, it was her hair pull on Jazmyn that reversed the momentum of the pinfall. Oh yeah, man. Ross well behind. I'm live on the network. Let me refresh. I'm refreshing everybody. Watch live. And it's live. Arianna Grace is on the mat. Karmen Petrovic is like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Axiom is in tatters. Where the hell have he been? I can talk English. Shut up, Nathan, you dick. He's such an arsehole. Brother, calm down. I'm here and I'm locked in. Oh. So what's the game plan? Axiom can't believe his eyes or his ears or his mouth. They are in Toronto tonight. That's it for the kickoff show. Now we killed 10 minutes or so. What time is it? Oh no, a bit less than that. 6 minutes or so before the main show starts. Excuse me. Made that coffee way too strong. Brian Doyle, thank you very much for the donation there. All right, Ross, how's it going? It's going fine. Just popping in from Matthew's stream, where we took a trip down memory lane by watching the debut shows of WCPW. My word, how far we've come. If I could talk about those, I would. I hate my role in those shows. On holiday in France for the 2 weeks before the show. Hello, Ross. We know you're in the final week of your holiday. Could you come in the morning after you get back from the Euros, 2 weeks of drinking? Could you come in at 7 a.m. after your flight lands at 10 p.m. the night before? Just shoot 4 episodes of TV. I've gone for it. We won't tell you any of the storylines. We'll just have a guy sat there at the back going, be like Bobby Heenan. Meh. I wish I could do that again with more preparation. That's my thoughts on the early WCPW shows. Yes, I can, Sam Roberts. I can imagine Siobhan Evans being NXT champion. There's one person, thank you, Captain Paddock. I thought your commentary was great, actually. That was terrible. I remember me and Simon were sat down and the first entrance was happening. This is how little we were told. It was Connors versus Gabe Kidd, I think was the first ever match. And one of the entrants started happening and we thought it was the other guy. That's how little preparation we were given. I can't remember. I didn't watch them. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Hey, bloody hell. That was 8 years ago, though. That was 8 years ago. All right, Sam Roberts. We've heard all this before. Right, we're off to the Scotiabank Arena. A lovely arena by all accounts. Do you think Sam Roberts would look better with Abdullah the Butcher head marks? Yes, I do. That can't stop thinking about people watching that now. I don't know how many people Matthew gets in for a stream, but they're all going, that Ross is awful. That Ross had no preparation time. That Ross wasn't told any storylines. He was just told, be like Bobby Heenan. What's he supposed to do? What's he supposed to do? Yeah, it's the first time I've said that on camera, but it's out there. I don't care. All right, Trick Willie is walking around, looking at Cody Rhodes, looking at Roxanne Perez, cutting promos with Cody Rhodes. This is crazy. He always sounds like he's had a good, generous toke on one of those doobies, does Siobhan Evans, and that's why I like him. So laid back in his promos, but not like a Rob Van Dam way from way back in the day where he had two words that were cool and radical, whatever he said in that OB ECW promo. I saw Ober in the chat, then I started going, OB what? ECW. He only shot on people in ECW, one of the one-night stands. What was his two words that Rob Van Dam used to say? Come on, my nephew Riley Osborne. Do we have a member of Riley Osborne's shoot family in the chat? Adam Terry? I can't believe it. Was it cool and whatever? Thank you very much. I agree with Captain Paddock there. Ethan Page is a good fit for NXT, as long as he's written better. It just doesn't hold up when he's like, oh, I would have beat you in that match where I comfortably lost, but I would have won. What does that mean? You lost comfortably. There's the brilliant Ava laying down the law. Laying down the law. Brian Dole's back again, thank you very much. If we say his name, do you think he will appear this evening? I think he will. I think he will. I've got a feeling. He did put a teasy tweet out today about being in Edinburgh and the weather being nice. But of course, we're watching a show called Heatwave. There, you're putting two and two together. You may be getting 4, you may be getting 7. Who knows? Voldemort? You cannot say his name, apparently. Here we go then, right. The little countdown to NXT Heatwave thing has appeared in the bottom corner. We're now loading up the main card. I'll put the mic towards the thingy so you can sync up. Here we go. There you go. There's your sync. Let's go Heatwave 2K24. Hopefully you could hear that. I assume you could hear that. Let me know if you couldn't. Bum, bum, bum. What's this? Select your event. Well, I like the theme. Isaac B couldn't hear it. Bollocks. We'll look at the North American title. Wesley and Ober's on the screen. I'll lock my predictions in as the night goes on. As I'm sat here now, if one title's changing hands, it's the tag team title. But I'm terrified that Wesley, just because it's the ultimate David versus Goliath. I'm terrified that Wesley might win. Nothing against Wesley. I'm just that big of a fan of Femi. Femi should beat everybody. All the time. I was going to say, like spike for the Heatwave starting right as well. We're on 246. Let's get to 300. If you haven't liked the stream already, please do. It's the best free way to support this bollocks. Tickle the algorithm. Brrr. Brrr. If I was, as I was saying earlier, if I had the pencil, if I was Chef Michaels with the book and pencil, I would have Sol Ruca win. I don't think Kelani Jordan's quite ready for a title, but you can never take away the fact she's the first ever women's North American champion. You can never take that away from her. Never, never. Never, ever. Never, ever. If we get to 300 likes, Ross will do a dance. No, I won't. We're on 299. 302, thank you very much. I want to get to 1,000 likes again. That was what we got last stream. By the end of the night, 1,000 is the goal. Can't be falling off. There's not as many people watching, but the show is just starting. Hopefully. Hopefully more come in. Now, WWE presents NXT Heatwave. Oh, what a lovely scenic shot of the Toronto skyline. The dome next to the big pole with the pointy thing on top of it. Dun-dun-dun. Would I consider putting WTF on Patreon if it goes from the main? I don't know. That's putting content behind a paywall, isn't it? I don't know if there's that much demand for it, is there? I don't know. What a nice little sign there for Lola Vice, who cannot contain dem hips. Can't stop shaking them. We the North. Seeing the same shots from the pre-show. The lads walking in. Trick Willie with the fans on the street. You got to listen to your heart. Listen to the beat. Listen to the Trick Willie. Living on the street. Who are we starting with? Oh, God. Wesley versus Ober. Terrifying. I want Ober to win so much. So much. Nothing against Wesley. Just Ober. I think he makes me feel things as Ober. Makes me feel a lot. Croco, I did those WTFs on this channel for like 4 years. Wesley coming out the ring. Let me know your predictions in the chat. Excuse me. I was pitching on the podcast last week that Ober should win this match via countout by throwing Wesley as far as he could, but so far that Wesley couldn't make it back to the ring before the count of 10. He's still in the air as the referee starts his count. Schmidt says Ober. Fab says Wesley will win. Aldo the Sniper McNaught says Wesley. Robert Lunn is with me, Ober FT Dub. James Onley, Ober baby. Brian Doyle, Ober is over. Death's Nightmare, Ober. Captain Paddock, don't see them taking it off. Ober all the way. Come on, Ober Femi. I reckon it's 70-30, 60-40, something like that. A Tiffy cash-in, says Haru Taru. This will be a banger. I'm not investing in Ober. Because Ober, for me, he's a proper rarity in the modern day. Because we know how they like to treat everybody the same now in the Performance Center. He's got new entrance graphics. The signs are good. Who? I like the new entrance graphics. Look at him. You kind of make all these fancy new, these fancy new graphics with the title and take the title off him. As I was saying, Ober, we all know how they like to treat everybody the same now in the Performance Center. Work that same WWE style. But Ober somehow has managed to not feel like the same as everybody else. And I like that about Ober. And he's getting better and better and better as his matches go on. I believe in Ober. Dare I say it? More than I do Joe Hendry. Gonna cause a riot in the chat now. Ober versus John Cena should be fun. John Cena's retirement match. Forget about Randy Orton. Forget about CM Punk. Ober. I reckon by WrestleMania, we've seen the chat there from Ryan, WrestleMania 46 main eventer Ober. I reckon WrestleMania 44, Ober will be the main event heel. Bookmark this video. Come on, Ober. A beautiful title belt. Beautiful. Beautiful title belt. I do like that about Ober as well. I see in the chat there from Death's Nightmare. Ober doesn't have to do that little fancy strut he does. But he does it because he's Ober. Ben the Tank, what would you do if X-Pac casually walked in now with his vintage bandana, shades, and DX singlet and tried to do the Bronco Buster on you repeatedly whilst his X-Pac theme was playing on his phone? I reckon there's not much I could do. I reckon Sean Waltman's still very much in shape, and he would whizzle-wazzle all over me if he wanted to. All I would prefer, Ben the Tank, who's tipped in the chat there, I would prefer if he played the Run DMC version of the DX theme. If there's one thing I could change, it would be the Run DMC from the Attitude album. Yes, Ober. Manhandle that man. Sorry, the Aggression album. Said the wrong A word there. That being said, to be honest with you, I'm a 31-year-old man in England. I had no idea who Cody Rhodes was with yesterday in that car. But a lot of people liked it. So I would like to see whoever that guy was front up a modern-day Aggression album. I think it's time. That was a fantastic album back in the day. What was that guy called who was in the car with Cody? Let me know in the chat. Yes. Metro Boomin, thank you very much. Whoop, Wesley. The nerves of fighting Ober are getting to him. He's normally so assured on the ropes, but not tonight. My goodness. Up he goes. Lovely air time. Ober catches him. Yes. Up in a power slam position. Puts him on the top rope like a child. Like a little boy. Sit down. That's what we like to see from Ober. Yeah, I don't know if Def Rebel Originals can be covered. I mean, the good, pick your good themes, like, you know, Orton's theme, for example. I'm not much of a fan of Orton's theme in IRL, but an Aggression-esque remix by a rapping person would be quite nice. My man bought me that album when I was like 7 or 8. Used to play that in my bedroom while going to bed on the CD player. What she must have been thinking anyway. Oba, F5 position. Yeah! Oh! That's an F20, never mind an F5. Never mind a Wardlow F10. It's an F20 from Oba. 1 rotation. 2 rotation. 2.5. My God. Yes, Oba. That's what we want to see. Brian Doyle, thank you very much again. The most important thing is we need to know, what do you think are Wesley's and Oba's Greg's orders? Oba has the whole menu, not the vegan stuff though. Just meat, baby. And maybe a yum yum to finish off. Wesley, I think we'd go for a cold sandwich. A cold sandwich meal deal with the potato wedges, and I think you'd have a diet beverage. It's been a good start of the match, but I feel like it's going to be Oba spaffing all over Wes. He's just killed him. He's killed him on the apron. Head first. What a thump it was. Oba is taking the piss. Like Spike for Oba taking the piss. I'm sorry, I've got to do it. 1358. Let's make it to 400. Oba is on fire. Wesley Lee is terrified. Oba is on fire. Wesley Lee is terrified. If that is his full name. Oh, is Wesley going to make it? The ref's at 6. He's barely up. He's going to make it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Oba's waiting. Dem crazy eyes. Uppercut in the corner. How emphatic would it be if it was like a Brock Lesnar, John Cena, SummerSlam 2014 scenario? Forget about Oba and Omos. I want to see Oba and Gunter. My God. Wesley's on the brink of death here. This isn't good. The crowd are quite split, but it feels like Oba has more support in Toronto. Look at this. He's turned into Sol Ruca now, his Oba. Surfboard and cowabunga, baby. I just hope he's not taking the piss too much. Don't take your eye off the ball, Oba. Kill that man, then take the piss. He's picking him up again. I can't believe that maneuver. F20, I'm calling it. So high, so spinny. I could say that's the highest Wesley's ever been, but famously, he does like the ganja. I remember that storyline they did back in the day with the Shawn. Was it the Shaman they were calling it? Where it was meant to be RVD, but then turned out to be Matt Riddle. Was it the Shaman? I think it was. Oba's got him up again. Back brick hill. And he just dumps him on the mat. Tremendous. Am I a fan of Dandelion and Burdock drinks? They are top tier, in my opinion. No, maybe second top tier. Let's not go overboard for the Dandelion and Burdock. Whipped in the corner. Bang goes Wesley. Oba is taking his time. Was the Shaman supposed to be Jeff Hardy? Jeff Hardy, would they really? After the storyline with the piss getting thrown in Sheamus' face, then Jeff being put in the shoot urinal. Those were the days, weren't they? Lockdown wrestling. It's never been better. Here we go. The comeback's on. Wesley has evaded a spear in the corner from Oba. Super kick to the head, and Oba has twatted his big head off the ring post. His big head. Yes, Oba. Bang on no bang. He's too powerful for Wes. Oh, no, he's not. Great bump over the top from Oba. So light on his feet for such a big boy. Oh. Oh. Sit down! Yeah! Oba slapping Wesley in the titties with a frying pan right hand. Hoo! Yeah! Big he can't lose. He won't lose. He should never lose. Was it a shoot F20 Oba for the double title hold? I agree with that second part of that sentence there. I'd say it was pretty much. It was 2.5 rotations by my reckoning. So maybe it should be an F250. Oh. Captain Paddock, thank you very much. A spear is the big man super kick. It's getting that way, isn't it? Uranagi backbreaker from Oba Femi. Surfboard stretching. Wesley's in a bit of a pickle here, you know. He's in a bit of a pickle. I'm still terrified he's going to fight his way out of it. The crowd still is pretty split. They tell a good little story here. It's a nice, simple story. Big hard man takes down little hard man. How much can little hard man take? I will not be here for All In, unfortunately, Tommy. I don't know what's happening. Me and Tom are both going down. I'm going down as a fan. I'm not missing the chance to be a fan again at a wrestling show, a big one like that. If it was 2 rotations, it was at least an F720. Very good point there. I'm taking it too literally. Thank you very much, Joe Heaton, for putting me right there. Makes it sound like an aeroplane, an F720. Stop pissing around, Oba. Big knee, a Pele knee, if you want to say. I don't know. Big thrusty kick in the chin of Oba. He's fighting back now as Wesley. Sweeped away the leg. Haymaker. Haymaker. Candlestick maker. The butcher, the baker. Hoof to the back of the head. Hoof to the front of the head. Bollocks. Hoof to the front of the head. Oba's rattled. Lovely tornado DDT from Wesley. Oba kicks out at 2. I think Oba's lost an armband. That's how rattled he is in this match. One of his hairy armbands. He had 2 on at the start of the match, didn't he? Predictions, Oba. My prediction is Oba. With heart and head. Is Wesley a twunk? No. I'd say Wesley is a twink. Oba might just be the ultimate twunk. Let me know what your thoughts are in the twink-twunk debate in the comments there. In the chat, sorry. That's the wrong word. In the chat. Tope from Wesley. Here we go. Wesley off the top springboard. Caught by Oba. We're doing that spot again. He's reversed it. It's storyteller from NXT. Oba did him just like... Oh, he's up again. Whoop. Reversal. Shoot Hurricane Rana. 1, 2. No. He's kicked out. I like that storytelling. In that triple threat match with Joe Coffey, Oba caught Wesley knee first in the powerbomb position. That's how he won this match here. The same thing happens, but Wesley has learned about physics over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Reversed it. NXT. It brings a tear to your eye. All these believers in Toronto. And all of you around the world. Double knees. He's spiked over on the mat there. This might be it. This might be it. Wesley going for another springboard. Ah! Shoot uppercut from Oba. Oh, what a kick out. Kurt Angle kick out from Wesley off a shoot uppercut off of a springboard. Sit down. Oh, my God. Oba's make me go through puberty again. Sit down. Yeah, I don't think Wesley's winning. You can't have Wesley, little Wesley, hold down Oba's shoulders for 3 in a shoot pin scenario. Not for me, Jeffrey. Not for me, Chef Michaels. Where we going now? Oba has Wesley in the old fireman's carry. He's on Brett's rope. Wesley's reversing. Uh-oh. Wesley's on the top rope. Hurricane Rana. Frankensteiner. Oba says, no, no. Powerbomb him, Oba. Powerbomb him to hell. Oh, he's reversed it. X Factor kind of thingy. Flip. He's nailed him with a kick. They're not doing it, are they? No. Oh. Late kick out from Oba. Joe Heaton, thank you very much once again. Trick's a twink. Oba's a twunk. The referee's a twanker. I agree. Great match on the offing here, should I say. We're going War Tish up through the gears. Wesley going back to top rope. Oba's got to catch him here, otherwise he's going to lose, taking all these maneuvers. Wesley's up. Frog splash. Oba's caught him. He's goozled him. Up he go. Oh, Wesley's reversed it. I don't know which way this is going now. This is terribly exciting. Oba's on the floor. Wesley's on the apron. Le hardest part of the ring. Oba's caught him, kind of. Nope, he's up again. Shoulder breaker on the floor. Wesley made to go bouncy. Bouncy. He's not on a counter for everything. That's just a blatant lie there from Vic. Forgot his name there for a second. Wesley's been getting loads of offense in. Double stomps to the back of Oba, who is down again. Handspring. He's going to catch him this time. He's got him. Up. No, Wesley's reversed that one again. Kick. Where's Oba looking? He's looking the wrong way. Hoof. Another handspring from Wesley. Up. There you go. Throw in powerbomb thingy that Oba does so well. Oba looks a bit knackered. He's still got a grown man up there, quite high in the air. But he looks spent. But I guess that's the story they're telling. This is the deepest waters Oba's been in so far. Sit out, powerbomb. It's over. It's over. Yeah. Good start to the show. The last couple of NXT Premium Live events have been underwhelming. I think that's fair to say. That was a good start of the show. Oh! Right winner as well. I didn't think they could pull it off just because of the size differential, but Wesley is a very good professional wrestler. God, the hot takes are flying through the doors tonight, aren't they? Wesley's a very good professional wrestler. He had me going a couple of times there, Wesley, thinking he was going to win. Thinking he was going to beat Oba Femi? Surely not. Oba did look knackered at the end there, but was that the story they were telling? Because that's the most offense Oba has ever taken. So maybe that's the story they were telling. Maybe Or maybe Oba was just knackered. He's normally in a three-way match, isn't he? So have a little breather from time to time. Oh no, Oba and Goldberg are very different things there, Brad Deputy. Try to think who if you could compare Oba to someone in the past, who are you comparing Oba to? I don't think it's Goldberg. Marry Me Oba, a sign there in the crowd. Another Believe in Joe Hendry sign there. It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Ahmed Johnson, I see in the chat there. Brock, Mark Henry. Ricky Morton, yep. Test. Early Big Show, Vader. Rey Mysterio. Scott Steiner. Or maybe Rick, who knows. NXT Big E. With the chalk. A Brock / Keith Lee love child. That's a good one. I think he's better than Mark Henry. Oh. Better than pre-2011 Mark Henry. I don't think he's a 2011 Mark Henry yet. He will be, though, surely. He will be. The SmackDown before SummerSlam is on my birthday this year. 2nd of August. A great day in history. Well, for some. Lola Vice walking in the building. Larry Rabb, thank you very much again. Stop donating, Larry. You've done enough. Did anyone else catch Cena reference to Hendry? Am I cray-cray? What was the reference to Hendry? I can't remember him saying the words believe. Next up, we've got Kelani versus Sol. As I said earlier, if I had the pencil, I would be booking a title change. We have just seen one title defended. Could we have a new champion here? He said we have people who sing. What was Joe Hendry's old theme? Joe Hendry makes things better. He can wrestle, he can sing. Joe Hendry makes things better. For what culture? Pro wrestling. Happy birthday for a great day, Mean Gene there. Yeah, I'm going for a title change here. That's my prediction. Locked in, maybe heart overhead. Just to knock, I think knocking down Kelani and then the character that comes out of that would be a lot better than what she's doing now. I am a 5-time junior champion at the gymnastics. They're big on the real athletes, aren't they, now in NXT? We're saying this on the podcast this week. Just feels like they want to say, like, this is where the real athletes come and do their wrestling. Because everyone on the women's roster is a gymnast, sorry. A gymnast. Sam Riddell, thank you very much for the $5. Ross, the boss, is bossing it. Ross, straight out of Newcastle. Love Cultaholic, and thanks for creating the best wrestling content on YouTube. Thank you very much indeed for the kind words there, Sam. Ross, the boss, the bossing is Ross, straight out of Newcastle. I've got them bars via Sam. It's all failed Olympians, though. You can't say lol at the end there. No doubt. I don't know. Alex Devine, I don't know what you look like or anything, but I reckon they could still whizzle-wazzle you without breaking sweat. They'd whizzle-wazzle me as well. Without even trying. They're still all very good athletes. Why did Kelani and Sol trade together before this match? Because they're friends. Swerve and Ospreay are friends in AEW until Ospreay picked up the title 2 times in a row. They've not done that here. They're just still friends having a friendly battle. Very 2.0 promo for Sol Ruca on this week's NXT. There are so many rules in gymnastics. Oh, it's just so boring, isn't it? Wrestling's like gymnastics. Blah, 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 blah. Just ride a surfboard, be cool, do your gnarly finisher. That's all you need to do with Sol Ruca. We don't need the backstory here. Give Kelani an NXT Bo Dallas gimmick. Now that is my kind of wrestling. Thomas McIntyre in the chat there. With the way she cuts her promos, that makes a lot of sense. I'll just point out there, Chris McCarty in the chat there. That's Chris McCarty is a pervert. He says Ross sees Ruca booty and calls it boring. We know where you swing. We know where you swing as well, you dirty bastard. I'm here for the wrestling. I'm not like Booker T. Up the wrestling. Touche, touche. Right, let's crack on with the entrances. Sol Ruca's coming down to the ring. Brrr. That's my impersonation of a guitar there. Sol Ruca has piped in crowd noise, says Logan Kerr. I think everyone's had it so far, haven't they? Apart from Oba. Looks a bit nervous, does Big Sol. Emmett, there's no plans in NXT anymore. That's a very 2022 comment you've made there. The plans have gone. Now we've got these people who try to make the show all about themselves. My goodness me. The best impression is the Eric Rowan skit you did that time. Eric Rowan? I've got no idea what you're talking about. Remind me, is Kelani Jordan, President Kelani Jordan, Member of Parliament Kelani Jordan, makes her way down to the ring. Unfamiliar with these two, won't lie. Two gymnasts should be fun, though. That's basically what we're going to see here. But Sol Ruca's offense, how quickly she can hit it, takes the breath away. Especially the old Sol Snatcher. Kelani Jordan's in-ring work is way superior to her promo work. But I think to be a champion, you need to have, unless you've got a manager, you need to have both, don't you? A lot of fluorescence. Let me know your predictions in the chat. I'm going to go Sol. But I don't know if that's just heart over head. I can see Kelani winning here with a banger. A banger of a match here. Kellen's gone for Kelani. Ross, there's a spider on the mask behind you. A big one? Oh, he's up there. I think it's more of a Daddy Longlegs, if that's the same one. Dailu's gone for Sol Ruca. Emmett's gone for Kelani. Because nobody does it like Lani. She kissed the belt, so she's definitely losing, says Joe. Champ retains, says Ronnie G, Sol Ruca, Kelani Jordan, Sol, Kelani. We're split. Ray Pappy, it's too soon for Kelani to go to the main roster. Too soon. Lyrab says Sol. I think Sol. Here we go. Appreciate Sol wearing the Vans. A very comfortable shoe. Their comfy cush line. Arguably the comfiest shoe on the market. For a younger person. You can't be wearing Skechers. I don't know. I don't know what's cool anymore. Here we go, Sol. Big flip over the top there. Nearly missed it, but they got there just about for the crossbody. It must be so difficult to piece matches together like this. Whoop, Sol's a bit too close to the rope. Calm down, ladies. Relax. Relax. Take a second. We're all in support of you. Go and kick each other's heads off. Shoot takedown by Sol, roll over, and a little bulldoggy choke. There, little bulldoggy dog. Remember back in the day when Ospreay used to wrestle for Dub CP Dub? I don't know if I should say this on camera, but I think we all know how wrestlers, you know, have a little get-together before their matches to put them together. And especially Ospreay back then. Again, I don't know if he still does it like this today. But the amount of, like, where he would just go, oh, then you go, and then I go, and then you go, and then you go, Then literally 2 hours would pass. Because Ospreay was obviously more so in the main event scene. And then I don't know if they obviously go back over these sequences again and again and again, but then you'd watch, like, you'd remember him going, you go, and then I go, and then you go, wee. They do it all in perfect, like, order of how they called it. Incroyable. Big Bill fight versus the 5'8". Daddy Longlegs nearly killed Jack when he fell in the tub. Is that when he banged his head? I think I was off that week when he was telling that story. Surfboard by the surfer. You can see why she's done it. Off the ropes by, well, Kelani's off the ropes. Big hoof. Big forearm. Now we're wrestling. Shoot chop across the chest. Shoot forearm across the face. And a back fist. And a forward fist. And a swing. And an arm drag. Hurricane Rana. Ooh, bit of a delayed reaction from Sol there. Sol doesn't seem quite on it today. Is this Sol's first singles match in front of a big crowd? I don't know if I'm right in saying that. Might be wrong, might be right, might be wrong. Who knows? This looks a step off from my normal peppy self. Let's see, I'm being too harsh. Near fall for Kelani. He was a little bit frustrated with the old facials there. Could we see a little turn from Kelani? Didn't look very presidential there, getting frustrated with a 2 count. Guinness makes a body good. I had too much Guinness last night. Well, I didn't have too much. I maybe had 7 pints, right? And I woke up this morning for work feeling awful. Awful. Being in your 30s is rough. Big kick from Sol to Kelani. Sol's on the comeback now. Going for a springboard maneuver. Up. 450 clothesline, because why the hell not, Sol? Delightful move. Flip over. That's a beautiful move there from Sol. Kelani getting in position just at the right time there to make it look like a shoot. Try being in your 40s. I'm not looking forward to it. All right, I'll have given up drinking by then. I keep flirting with the idea of giving up drinking for a while. See how good it does. But I just enjoy it too much, you know? Nothing better than watching an international soccer tournament with a few pints. Lovely back kick. Sort of like a Pele kick, some might call it. From Kelani. Kip up. Electric chair position. Poison Rana incoming. Yep. Beautiful. Beautifully executed. Larry gave up drinking for weed. I feel great. We don't have that option over here. Would be arrested. A side moonsault from Kelani. Beautiful maneuver. Beautiful. Sol Ruca has a win alongside Solo Sikoa or Tiffy and Grayson. What does that mean, Chris? Has a win alongside Solo Sikoa or Tiffy and Grayson. I don't drink all that often. The last year, I reckon I'm averaging twice a month, if that. But the day after, poor. Jesus. It hits you like an Oba chop on the ring apron. Ah! Hoof! Big strike from Sol Ruca. Kelani down on the floor. Sol's going for some more flamboyance now. She's growing into the match as Sol Ruca. Up on the middle rope. One-armed moonsault to the floor. Delightful. This match is getting better and better as it goes on. Bit of a ropey start, especially from Sol. But both ladies have got the blood flowing now. They're warmed up. We're going. We're going at Heatwave. Eight count. 9 count. They're both in. He was just about to go for 10 there. How well timed was that? If this was a Watt bar, Sol Ruca would be a package of flaming Cheetos. That's a very good, very good call there. I don't know what Kelani would be. Chat. What bar is Kelani Jordan? Whoop, pinning reversals. We're going back and forward. Go on, Kelani, get over. Oh, we forgot what we're doing, kind of. Oh, it's been ropey in places, this one. Duck. Sol's got Kelani up. Power bomb. Lovely. Sam Riddle's back. Thank you very much, Sam. If you had to put a gymnastics team of 4 together, who out of the Cultaholic office would you pick? And what would your routine be called? I reckon we'd call it Diddlers on the Roof. And if I could pick me when I was 16 before I fell off, I'd pick me because I could do a cartwheel. I was a lot thinner back then when I used to play football. I would pick Owen Mawson. I would pick Andrew because I could throw them both around. Me, Andrew, and Owen would be like Oba versus Wesley, but gymnastics. As Sol and Kelani on the top rope. And then I guess for number 4, do you need another base? Another bassy boy? Another strong boy? I'd go for Tom. And his big calves and his big energy. Kelani! 450, but the knees are up, mother brain. Knees up, mother brain. Knees up, mother brain. Where does that come from? It's just been a part of British life, that song. Anyway, Ryan Holloman. Holla, holla, holla. To you. 999, thank you very much. Who would your dream opponent for John Cena's last match be? I would have John Cena. Whoop, we're going for the Soul Snatcher. Good reversal from Kelani. Shoot pin. Kick out by Sol. I would go for John Cena's last opponent. Orton? As I'm sat here now, Orton, he's got the most history with you. Well, definitely got the most history with. Is there a case to be made for maybe the Wyatt 6 wiping Cena out? No, there's not, because he's going to be a part of. He said in the press conference, didn't he? He's going to be a part of the company in years to come, just not in a wrestling capacity. Excuse me, a burp there. Electric chair, face first for Kelani. Uh-oh. Electric chair. We're on the bottom rope. We're on Brett's rope. Kelani's up. Oh, my God. Sol standing up. We're not going for a poison rana from there, are we? We are! What a maneuver! In fact, you know what? I think you should lose a 7-minute match to Karrion Kross at WrestleMania, and that be his final match. Much like Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin years ago. There we go! Finisher from Kelani. It's over. It's academic. Well, there we go. Kelani retains. To be fair, it's probably the right result. The first ever North American Ladies Champion. Getting a match to solidify herself as the champion. As the lights got out was my... Oh, the screen went off. What happened there? We had a little bit of black screen there for a second or two. I thought the white six were coming out for a second. Production errors. What's going on? We're frozen. We're back. Started off ropey, that match did, but the longer it went on, the better it got. Fair play at the lasses. I'm just a bit gutted that Ruca didn't win. Oh, she's shaking hands like a president. Oh, congratulations there, Sol. Commiserations there, good friend. Sportsmanship. Turn coming. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Kelani says, let's go. Sol might be turning. She's lingering. She's lingering. She's pointing. Oh, no. She's doing that. It's over. No turn. No turn at all. What do you want to talk about? Right then. How we feel about the show so far? Been a good start. Oba versus Wesley. Oba delivered, I would say. Ever so slightly Oba delivered. The most offense Oba's took so far, but I think he needs that sort of match now. A little bit of jeopardy. I thought there was a fair bit of jeopardy there. And yeah, as I said there, Kelani and Sol got a bit better as it went on. Very good start of the show. 4 out of 5 starts, says Merc 1987. Only 3 matches left, that is correct. There was 5 before the thingy. Steve Austin, John Cena, I should ask as well. I was saying Randy Orton would be my pick for Cena's last match. What is your pick for Cena's last match? Let me know in the chat-alicious. Are you building up somebody new by having Cena lose? Oh, here's Dwayne. I had a feeling in my loins that the fans just didn't want me to face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And I didn't like the fact that 3 people, maybe 4, didn't like the fact I wanted to face Roman Reigns. Bron Breaker says Alex Devine. R-Truth says Alex Lucha. That's a very good pick. There was a match on the pre-show. Arianna Grace and Karmen Petrovic defeated Jazmyn Nix and Jacy Jayne. Big Body Javi getting a shout. AJ Hazard getting a shout, of course. Me mom wouldn't win. She's 66 now. 66 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Mom. Watching, of course, at home. The 8th of July, 1958. Bronson Reed. We need a storyline for that one. Gunter. Zack Ryder should come back and get his revenge on Cena. That's a nice one. It'll never happen. It'll never happen. Pat McAfee getting a shout. It's the 8th of July now. It is over here in the UK. It's 10 to 1 in the evening. In the night. In the evening, in the night. Am I doing anything for my mum's birthday? I was up there on Tuesday, seeing my mother, dropping her presents off and all that malarkey. I'll be in bed most of tomorrow. Nah, I'll be up about 10. Try not to let the sleeping pattern get ruined too much. Have a bit of a lie-in. Then just rough it out for the rest of the evening. Because I've had a coffee now after 11 p.m, so I'll be up all night now. I don't know, I drink so much caffeine, but it still takes a hold of me like nothing else. Like nothing else. Awful scenes. Ross missed the nip skip. Is that why the screen went black? The screen went completely black here for me for a second just after Kelani won. So there you go, everybody. There was a nip slip. Breaking news. I'll get Adam and Tom in to do a news video. There was a nip slip on Heatwave. Shut up, Dwayne. You still wanted to face Roman, but you were outvoted by your colleagues at the top of TKO. That's what I think happened. Is that what everyone thinks happened? Brian Gonzalez, thank you very much for the super chat there. Carlito's bodyguard, Jesus, should come and finish his story and retire Cena. And if Jesus is going to do it, how would Jesus retire John Cena? He would retire John Cena by stabbing him. Yay! Gable shows his whole arse yesterday and nothing. I missed that one. In the ladder match, Gable had his whole arse out, did he? Unless I had a black screen while watching. Because I didn't see the show live. I saw the show Sunday morning. There we go. Another clip from that WrestleMania documentary. Now we get the Cody Rhodes Bad Blood advert with... Oh, God, I've forgotten his name. Metro... Boo! Metro... I've forgotten his surname. Brr. Boomin'. Thank you very much. God, I'm old. Out of touch. Money in the Bank graphics are an all-timer. I did enjoy the look of the show. I'm enjoying Bad Blood coming back as well. Good pay-per-view name where no doubt Cody Rhodes will want to gig like there's no tomorrow. Wha-cha! Wha-cha! What do I reckon? Cody Rhodes, potentially Orton, Hell in a Cell? Or surely Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk, Hell in a Cell? Surely. I'm only saying that because Bad Blood, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Shawn Michaels. I think that's the two Hell in a Cell matches from Bad Blood history. Excuse me. Was there any more? Let me know. Real men. Tyson, Tariq. Gallus Bay is on top. They look angry, don't they? Angry Scottish men. Triple H, Kevin Nash, thank you very much. Forgot about that one. What matters is what you do in the ring. Nobody cares how far you can throw. They probably are miles ahead of Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe because they're new. They're new boys. A steel chair wrapped round your back. Good promo there from Gallus. I've enjoyed the fact they've dropped the real men shtick from their gimmick because it was a bit naff. Oh, we drink pints. Ugh. Grow up. Wankers. Seeing highlights now from the pre-show match. Arianna Grace helping to get her big hometown win. And now they're with the brilliant Ava. Looks like we've seen the birth of a tag team there by Ava saying, "You guys look pretty good as a tag team." Yeah, you win together, but why are you bragging about you getting the pin then, Karmen? Oh, Ariana's moving on. Oh, they're feuding now. What a turn from NXT. Oh, Ariana doesn't like that. Oh. I agree, Ariana Grace. It's despicable that Ava would pit two tag team partners against each other. As Lola Vice says, shadow boxing. In a room with a mirror. What a great camera shot. We're making movies here, everybody. Ethan Page now. I think that's Ethan Page's nipples. It is Ethan Page's nipples. Wrapping his wrists. Make time to wrap around 3 times there, Ethan, as the learning tree told us on last week's Dynamite Collision, whatever it was. Ross, thank you much for the donation. Apologies on behalf of Scotland for Gallus. Here we go. Tag team title change incoming. I've got a feeling Ridge might be there, though, you know. Ridge wasn't allowed to travel with the lads because of his cheating, but I reckon Ridge might be there. No pop for Chase U. I can't hear. I was too busy popping myself. You! Hey! I don't like the different colours. I don't like them not being uniform. It feels like we've got NWO Chase U and then normal Chase U. Or Wolfpack Chase U, sorry, and normal Chase U. Andre looking majestic in his slacks. Duke looking handsome. Thea looking like she's on toot. And Riley looking like Riley. Hey! 1453 likes for the first time in a while. For the sake of Chase U. For Andre University. Andre University? Andre Chase University. Let's get to 500 likes. Let's go. Yes! Chase U is better than the University of Toronto. I can't confirm. Even though I know nothing about the University of Toronto. Here come the champions who are not on the same page because that Wazzock Nathan Frazer. Oh, I've used the word Wazzock for like Craig Charles on and it's a Takeshita's Castle there. Wrestling's in my brain. Takeshi's Castle. Imagine Takeshita's Castle. He'd win every week. Ah, look at Nathan, that poo house. Telling Axiom to keep his head in the game. Keep your own head in the game, Nathan, you dick. Oh, I want to go and fight on NXT Speed. NXT Speed? WWE Speed. This will be a good match, though. These two always deliver. They always stand and deliver. He looks pumped as Nathan Frazer. That dick. Oh, the purple and black is because of the Toronto Raptors colours. Thank you very much, Mackenzie. God, I thought they were splitting off on their own with the storyline that was going on. Because the U has been quite divided recently. Going to be interesting to see if Nathan and Thea have a little interaction. I think they're still in a relationship IRL if Instagram's anything to go by. They were for a period of time. Are Stax and Arianna in a shoot relationship? Anyone know? Anyone stalking them? In a healthy way, not in a weird way. If you can stalk people in a healthy way, that's weird. Very interesting, the couples of NXT in real life. They live together. Wow. It's a wonder that Arianna is still so prim and proper living with a member of the mob. Look at Andre. Bending his spine like that while wearing slacks. He's a fantastic wrestler. A fantastic human being. A great leader. Nathan joining Chase U. Oh my God. I think that would end the university. They're already struggling with Ridge. And bless Ridge, but you know, he's not the most eccentric fellow, is he? If Nathan Frazer came in there with his, oh, I could have played in the EPL if I wanted to. Oh, I'll go off and do this WWE speed thing if I wanted to. I really could see the university implode. Can't control him. Look at that. Andre Chase wrestling in a sweater. He pinned Carmelo Hayes clean in his sweater, as I like to remind Jack from time to time on the podcast. Because Jack's not a fan of Andre. Don't know why. Makes no sense to me. But yes, if you're not a frequent watcher of NXT, especially back in the 2.0 days, there was a chain wrestling sequence between Andre looking like that, his slacks and woolly jumper, and Carmelo Hayes looking like he does when he wrestles. And Andre pinned Carmelo for a big victory. Look at this. They teach wrestling at Chase U. It's like Foxcatcher, but without the misdemeanors. It's a teachable moment there for Axiom. Learn how to wrestle, Axiom, is what we're saying there, I think. Even though he's a mighty fine wrestler in his own right. Here comes the Pooh House Frazer. Arm drag. Arm dress. Look at Andre go here. Look at Andre go here. Oh, there he goes again. Big flips, Nathan. He is a very good wrestler. Just a very natural heel who's currently being booked as a babyface. How can he wrestle in that way? Because he's the greatest of all time. What a belly-to-belly by Duke. You. Vic and Booker arguing what's new. Big slap to the tits from Duke, who I'm surprised is still in NXT, to be honest with you. Because every time he wrestles, he impresses. He's 6'5". He's what you want in a main roster, guys. You know, he's got the Kavorka in the backstage segments. He's got a little bit of comedic chops about him. Teamwork from Chase U. A tag team who are definitely now on the same page. We had the bollocks with Ridge Ridge calling out the cheating, even though they won a match, so who really cares? We've put that behind us. We've realised we've got the winner's share of the purse. Goes into the university coffers. And now we move on for a tag team title win here. Didn't ask for predictions. What are your predictions for this matchup, everybody? I think this is a lock, as the kids like to say, for a tag team title change. Andre sent to the ropes by Axiom. Axiom with a big head. He's hurt himself. Luke Weber's got Chase U. Bellas is going home. See you later, Bellas. Emmett says Duke is winning. Andre will also be there. Shut up. Shut up. That was a meaty clothesline from Axiom. Thea Hale is spent on the floor. Who can blame her? How hard she goes all the time. Back of the head as well. Jack Rogers is putting Frazer and Axiom versus Motor City Machine Guns into the atmosphere. He's manifesting. It's Jack Rogers. Champions are on the same page. Dragon suplex from Axiom. Double super kicks will not end the match. This is 2024, boys. What's he sassing the ref for? It was an easy 2. I know Duke was already on the main roster. Him and Shane Haste were a tag team for a period of time, weren't they? During lockdown. Slapjack. Before the Slapjack days. Haru Taru. I know it's hard to believe, but Axiom did debut as a superhero, as Andre is a lovely sort of side effect, like a Matt Hardy side effect. Catching Nathan off the ropes, but he did debut as a superhero who loved maths. And his gimmick was all about angles and Pythagoras' theorem and other mathematicianal things which I would not understand because I got to see a GCSE. Can't do maths. More of a linguist. Ooh la la. Chance Tweddell, as they like to call me in my writing days. Armbar from Axiom, not quite. Nice roll through. Andre reverses with a pin. Kick out. Go to bed, Kayla. You've got work in the morning, woman. But the show is good. Do I think Chase U will work on the main roster? No. Because too many people I know this is weird for me to say since it is my livelihood. Too many people take the wrestling way too seriously. Shooting on everybody. A sense of fun that was around in my childhood has gone from the modern day wrestling fan, in my opinion. And Chase U is that fun. Apart from when Andre nearly gambled the very future of the university away by losing all the money. Dull is in. Sorry, Duke is in. Used to call him Dull Hudson when he was a bit of an arse. Do I think Brooks Jensen will interfere in the main event? No. But maybe. It would be a very intriguing storyline. He is having a sit down with his future in NXT up in the air. Look, it's like Dusty Rhodes and The Rock in one package is Duke Hudson. A kick in the arse for Axiom. Big Uranagi in the corner. Shades of Samoa Joe. Alley-oop. Shades of Oba Femi. Duke is wrecking hoose. Whoa! Lung blower senton. Delightful from Cultaholic. Remember the days we used to call him Delightful on the podcast? Because he's a bit of an arse. Great move from Duke. We're on 482 likes, Camel Clutch TV. We need 500. 483, we're creeping towards 500. If you like these streams, please do like. Because it's the easiest way to tickle the algorithm. The more likes we get, the harder these gets pushed out and the more people watch. That's how YouTube works. I don't make the rules. Lovely from Duke. Over the top rope. German. Whee! Said Nathan as he was thrown across the way. Across the ring. Big Bill's back as Dull has Nathan up in a razor's edge. Will he get him? He's taking his time. Oh! Nathan reverses. Hurricane Rana into the corner. Oh, Duke's on his own here. Axiom tagged in. Hurricane Rana off the top. Big Bill, thank you very much for the $2 dues. By the way, Petra and Ray without Pac is a death vertices? Vertices. I've never seen that word in my life. Death vertices. How the hell do you say that? I've never seen that in my life. We're on 500 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. Deathline. Frog splash from Axiom. We could be entering the final stages of the match here. If the tag team champions are going to retain. 450. It might be over. Big Dull. I keep calling him Dull. Big Duke kicks out. Vertices. Vertices. I've never seen that word in my life. Why have I never seen that word in my life? Oh, Uranagi in the corner reversed. Nathan boots up. It feels like we're in the final stretch of the match now. He is good, isn't he, Nathan Frazer? But so is Dull. Handspring. Frankensteiner kind of thing. A man of that length should not be able to do that move, but he did. Boss man slam. He's spinning rock bottom. Oh! Geometry language, that's why. I'm too thick for geometry. Brian Gonzalez, thank you very much. I'll say that again. Brian Gonzalez, thank you very much. Kyle O'Reilly face and Chris Masters body equals Duke. Very interesting concept. He does have it's the boots. He's got the boots of Chris Masters as well. I can see what you mean though, Brian. Andre tagged in. He's been gone for a while. I hope he's okay. Big Andre. Andre the Giant on the top rope, pushed off, goozled on the turnbuckle, on the rope, sorry, but Duke is back in. Duke. A man of his size should not be going to the top rope. Big headbutt from Nathan, who made a noise, so that might have been a shoot headbutt. Headbutt. Ah, he said. Duke is crotched on the top turnbuckle. Nathan pushed. Axiom kick. This could go either way. Hot take there. 2 tag teams in this professional wrestling matchup could win this professional wrestling matchup. Spanish fly from Axiom incoming. Taking a while to get there, but they get over. Nathan's in position. This might be it. Nathan's in position. Phoenix splash, but Andre's lingering. Whoa! He took his time there, but that was delightful from Andre. Is it just a destroyer when it's in Canada, or is it still a Canadian destroyer? Let me know. But he's off the back of Duke to break up a pinfall. He just about got there. He was playing possum, said Booker T. This is awesome. The crowd are off again. Shock and horror. NXT delivering again. To be fair, after the last 2 premium live events, it is a bit of a shock. They have been underwhelming affairs, I would say, on the whole. God. I had some spicy pasta before I came in, and it is playing havoc with my windpipe, let me tell you. Andre with the shoot hits. Blocked by Chase. Big slap by Chase. Clothesline by Axiom. Big boot by Chase in slacks that did not split. Nathan taking the bullet for his pal. No, he's ducked. Axiom takes the hit. Chop to Nathan. Axiom's hold. He's going to kick. Axiom, he has kicked him. They're not on the same page. Here we go. New tag team champions. Duke takes out Nathan. Shoot, roll up. Shoot, roll up. Oh. Near fall for the U. Watch out for the U. University. I thought that was it. Nathan and Axiom have not been on the same page for a little while now because Nathan can't just focus on the tag team titles. It looked like it was over. Nathan with the mistaken, but no doubt what Axiom will take as a real kick to the head. Ooh. Naughty bump for Duke on the steps. That would have hurt his cheeks. Damn cheeks. Roll through Russian leg sweep from Andre. Is it time for the kicks? C H A S U E. God, I forgot how to spell U. Apparently I go to Chaz U. Riley's link. If Riley turns on Andre here, I'm going to flip my lid. What's he doing? It's fine. Big crossbody from Andre, who wins matches with this move. Frazer saves the day at the final moment. Chase, you have been champions before. Double. Whoop. Axiom reverses. Nathan tags in. Elbow. Nathan's flying. Roll through. Big boot from Andre. I don't like that Andre's going to the top so soon after his last venture to the top turnbuckle. Oh, here we go. Nathan's reversed it. Andre slipped. Roll through. He's doing the Seth Rollins, but his own version. That's it. It's over. Where's Dull? Woo! Nathan just about to get there. Just about gets there, sorry. That might be it. It's over. Andre is knocked out. Heartbreak. Heartbreak in Toronto. The champions are not on the same page, but they're on the same page enough to take down Chase U. I cannot believe my eyes. Oh, how will they coexist going forwards, everybody? Is that what they're peddling now? They're saying Andre Chase and Jacy would have won if they had the cheating Ridge Holland with them. Dun dun dun. But they told the cheating Ridge Holland to stay at home. Stay at home with your real family there. Good match, though, in the end. Thrilling ding-dong of a match. I agree with Paul Abbott in the chat, though. It is a bloody travesty. A bloody travesty. No Ridge, no party. I am surprised, though, because it did feel like, you know, Nathan and Axiom have had the tag titles for a little while now. Nathan, it feels like, is going more and more towards the main roster. Don't know what it means for Axiom. I think Nathan will be on the main roster within the maybe the post-WrestleMania next year. That call-up group. Dun, 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 dun. That is a good point there made by Owen Musselwhite in the chat. No chance, no title changes going to happen on the show. Nothing for the North American. Didn't expect that one. Well, the men's one. Ooh, Wesley's losing his SH1T backstage. Don't be too down. You lost to Oba. There's no shame in that defeat. He's going to quit again, isn't he? He's the kayfabe Leo Rush. Or is Leo Rush the kayfabe Leo Rush? You did fail, but it's Oba. It's fine. Loads of people lose to Oba. Don't quit again. Oh, he's taking time to figure out what's next. Get back on the horse, Wesley. Wesley Lee. Oh, drama there. I've lost one match to a man who beats everybody. Oh, despair. How can I continue? How can Chase you continue is more the question, I'd say. After losing to a tag team, we were definitely not on the same page. My goodness. I think Mass N7 in the chat there has got it in one. Wesley pops up in TNA. He goes back home. Well, he goes back to his previous employer. Oh. Did I see the headbutt Julie did in the press conferences? In the press conference, it was Shibata-esque. I did not. First match was fantastic. Absolute RK. First match, fantastic. Second match, not as good, but it got good towards the end. And third match there was just as good as the first match. That's what I mean. Paul Abbott in the chat there. He is a bit of a sore loser. Meh, I lost a match to Oba. Meh, I need to rethink my life. Get a grip, man, Wes. It's not that bad. It's Oba Femi. It's not Lexus King you've lost to. It's Oba Femi. God. What a beautiful arena. Beautiful. My favourite wrestling tag belt design. Currently, you'd probably say the one the JDs hold. No. SmackDowns. Just because of the historical tie-ins. Of all time, the tag titles that they're based on. Respect Lexus King, please. I'm not a registered Lex offender. No, I am not. I was slightly this week with his line about rock music, how he turned rock music heel. Oh, here's JB trying to find himself again. Joshua Briggs. He stands too close to the wall, doesn't he, in these promos? How can he possibly see what's going on? Look at how close he is to the wall. Andy Springer, I've decided to join Rossi Drip Drip's livestream because there's only so much Booker T commentary I can take. My God. He's a great commentator. A great commentator. Oh, yeah, man. Has he let out... I doubt he's had the chance to. He's had one ladies' match. Has he let out a biscotti this evening? Biscotti! He normally reserves them for Jada Parker, who is, as he told us on NXT a few months ago now, is top of the biscotti list. Top of the biscotti list. I can talk words. Biscotti list. David O'Sullivan, I always do... Well, I say always. I think this is the third solo NXT stream I've done. But they are going to be me from now on. Just me alone. Business decision, baby. Carly Bright. The future is bright. Carly Bright. She's a gymnast as well, by the way. And she used to perform in front of 90,000 people for some sort of university and football thing. Yes. Absolutely not. Alex the Luchador. I don't think any of Cena's farewell tour happens in NXT. He's got no ties to it, does he? He's pre-NXT. OV dub. That class of Shelton Benjamin, Batista, Randy Orton. Brock Lesnar. Oh, we're getting a little promo now on Lexis King and Dante Chen, one of the real ones of NXT, of course. This is an old promo. He said last week for a date in May. What were we replaying this for? God, it's so frustrating, these adverts, aren't they? I guess if you're watching them with people, it makes a lot more sense. Gives you ample opportunity to go get a beer. A bag of crisps. Some dip on the side. Who knows? The world's your oyster. The four pillocks, I think you mean, of NXT. Come Tuesday, Joe Gacy, Andre Chase. And the fourth one we always struggle on. But I think we always come back to... It wasn't Lash Legend. Who the hell was it? I've forgotten now. I know the first three pillocks. The Ultimate 2.0 gimmicks. When we thought that era of wrestling was long gone in the 90s of the silly gimmicks. NXT 2.0 brought it back. Great times. Thinking about that quote from Andy Bernard from The Office now. If only someone could tell you, you were in the good old days before you left them. That's how I feel about it. Tony... I said Tony Schiavone there. Tony D'Angelo. Vic set up Booker T to pat his own arse, and Booker T still couldn't do it. You're 7-1 in those matches, Booker T, at the Great American Bash. Booker T's on a different planet, isn't he? What is he doing? Right, Siobhan Evans warming up in front of John Barnes' locker. And whoever Freeman Liberty is, a great name. Couldn't be more American if it tried. Freeman Liberty. Oh, delightful. Shawn Spears appears to be in some sort of hotel room, not in the arena. He's got a lot of dye in that beard of Shawn Spears, but it's well lined up, so I say. Well lined up. Right, Women's Championship now. Maybe this is going to be the title change of the evening. Although it does feel a bit soon, but then again, we do have the storyline of Lola and her mother falling ill while she was pregnant. Well, not falling ill. Yeah, falling ill while she was pregnant with Lola, having to give up her fight career. Roxanne's really coming to her own as the heel champion, I think. Way better than she was as a babyface. Dare I say she was boring as a babyface. Much better as a heel. Who are we predicting then? I'm going to go for Lola. I'm going to lock it in. Just because we've had no title changes so far. I'll go for Lola to do it for her mom. Mom, I did it. And they'll cry in the ring together. It'll be a lovely WrestleMania moment on NXT Heatwave. Who are we picking? Emmett's going for Roxy. Alex Luchino going for Roxy. J0's going for Mammy Lola. Ben, thank you for the donation. Would not be watching if I couldn't watch with Ross. Thank you very much indeed. You should watch without me. You don't need me. NXT's fantastic. Dragon Berry Me's going for Lola. Roxy's not losing, says Alex Devine. Luke Weber says, I have Lola Vice to win, but given my track record this weekend, I'm probably wrong. Oh, that's not a good sign. Chris McCarty, the pervert, says Cora Jade will cause interference. I did see on the gram Cora Jade working out. I don't follow Cora Jade on there, but she was working out on the Discover page. We've got lots of shouts for Roxy, not many for Lola. She cried real tears on the weekly show this week. Xander says Lola. There's a few Lolas, but it's mostly Roxy in the chat. Very, very, very interesting. You can't have Lola beat Shayna on a PLE, then lose to a 5', 22-year-old. Armsby as Jim Ross's burner account, it would appear. Riho is only 99 pounds. No, that is a good point, though, because Lola did get a big win over Shayna Baszler. NXT royalty, you would say, in Shayna Baszler. And now she's taking on Roxanne for the title. Yeah, that's made me more convinced. Here's the story about Lola's mother. God, she looked like an angry child, didn't she, Lola Vice? It was such a quick change of pace, this promo. Going for like, oh, Roxanne, I'll beat you because I'm the better lady. Me mom was ill! It was just as quick as that. Good promo, though. You could tell it was real. Brian Doyle's back again. Thank you very much, Brian. What do you reckon Booker T and Vic Joseph's Greg's orders are? Booker T, just based off his penchant for a chicken palm while watching NXT. We saw the order that he put on DoorDash that time. I reckon he will go for a chicken bake accompanied with a meal deal that has the, you know, the flame grilled chicken sandwich. Or maybe one of the hot sandwiches with chicken in. I've gone for Booker T liking chicken because of his DoorDash order. As Lola Vice looks angry walking to the ring. Ha 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 ha. Her hair's looking lovely this evening. I don't know why I said that. But as for Vic Joseph, I don't know. I reckon he'll go for a cold sausage roll. You know, your 4-pack for like £1. And he'll finish off with a yum-yum. I've never seen a more nailed-on yum-yum in my life than I have with Vic Joseph. Here comes Lola Vice. We learned in the feud with Shayna Baszler she's Latina, which means she cannot stop shaking her hips. No matter how hard she tries. And there the hips be shaking down the ramp there. It's a good theme. Good theme. Fits so well. Booker T's on one by the sounds of things. I can't quite hear him while talking myself. But it sounds like he's struggling to contain himself. Can anyone confirm in the chat? Biscotti, oh yeah, man. Ben, thank you very much once again. No one's mom can attend. They find out via phone. Oh, of course. Gotta make the phone call. Yeah, Vic just mentioned the phone call. Thank you for filling that blank in for me. Forgot about the line about the phone call from the promo. She wants to make the call to the mom saying, I did it, mom. So maybe that puts Roxanne maybe the favourite. I don't know. No, I'm still going to go for Lola. Lots of people in the chat think Roxanne. I'll go for a weeping Lola Vice victory. That bitch Roxanne Perez. Could Roxanne's anger coming from dating a ginger named Blake? Who's Roxanne dating? Fill me in, everybody. Do you mean Blake Christian? Wasn't that Cora Jade who went out with him at that time back in the day? Let's stalk all the wrestlers in their private lives, everybody. Oh, we're getting the big ring announcements from Mike Rome. One fall. He's all right, isn't he, Mike Rome? He's all right. He's a safe pair of hands. Looks like he's on one here. Gave it a big lip bite, the saucy bastard. Roxanne is dating Gino. Who's Gino? Gino DeCampo of ITV? Booker T just called Roxanne better than all of the former women's champions in the Money in the Bank last night. Well, as we all know, Booker T is the biological father of Roxanne Perez, or at least he likes to think he is. He takes that kind of ownership over Roxanne because she trained at his school for a while. So yeah, Booker T's biological daughter taking on Lola Vice. Gino Medina from RPW. No idea who that is. I'm sure he's a handsome fellow. Larry Rabb, Tiffany Stratton is dating Ludwig Kaiser. Let's just talk about wrestlers and who they're dating, eh? Do you think Tiffany Stratton is right for Ludwig Kaiser and vice versa? Nah, we'll not go down that route. Let's take things tabloid, baby. Let's go TMZ. Lola can't stop shaking her hips. Lola on the run. Hip toss, no. Hip toss, no. Reversed. Reversed again. Wrestling. Armbar really locked in. No, I know from Instagram that Kit Wilson, James in the chat there, is going out with Rancid. Nope. Stevie Turner. Elton Prince is going out with Rancid Kelly Clancid. Off the podcast. Or Kelly Kincaid if you don't watch the podcast. We're on 538. Let's get to 550 likes, please, in the chat. If you haven't liked the stream already, please do. For Lola Vice and her story of hardship in her youth, if anything else. Faded Fortunes, I've got no idea if Jada Parker is dating someone else. I reckon if Jada Parker is dating somebody else, Booker T would shoot them. That's how much he likes Jada Parker. Miss Parker. Senton from Lola to the floor. Flippity-dippity-doo. We're on 554. Thank you very much, everybody. The real T is who is Oba dating? Boy. A brave lady. Oh, anybody brave, who knows? Imagine, right? Oh, no, I'm not going down there. I was about to say, imagine having a night's romp with Oba. Be bruised all over. Right, let's get back to the wrestling. Thinking about shagging Oba Femi now. Oba's dating Wesley, says Brad. That's fair. That's fair. I can see it happening. I ship them. Do the kids still ship? Right. Big stomp from Roxanne Perez on Lola on the bottom rope. The twink and twunk connection. It writes itself. Go on, you bitch. She keeps saying, does Lola? Hit me more. Hit me more. Yeah, bitch. It's a scrap, this one. Like, not, it started off with a few nice chain wrestling sequences. Hair pull. Roxanne being a dick. Ober is married to Hornswoggle, trust me. I can ship that as well. What's my favourite wrestler move ever? I don't like anything more. Yeah, than a JBL clothesline from hell. There's compilations on YouTube of JBL doing clotheslines from hell. More so in the Acolytes than when he was the heel, the pompous heel. A JBL clothesline from hell with Jim Ross on the call is wrestling for me. That is... How do you do? Just the Jim Ross, the stuff he would come out with back in the day. Unbelievable. The one on Shane McMahon at SummerSlam. Unbelievable back in the day. What's your favourite wrestling moves in the chat? Let me know. A few people are already. Bob McGee, big test boot. Or a test big boot, sorry. Emmett says a Landstorm super kick. He does get high. Very lucid hips. As we're watching the rest hold now in this match. Lennox Lee says JBL is my favourite wrestler. Fair enough. A clean deadlift bridging German is my favourite. Very specific there from Harmers. Black Mass. A little bit of sliced bread. Love a stunner. Buddy Murphy knee. Clothesline from hell. Cowboys from hell. Pantera. Up the Pantera. Celtic cross. Maybe a French kiss. Front headlock. Albert's big bicycle kick as Lola starts hoofing Roxanne. Booker T let out a massive yeah. Oof, that was guttural. Now she's shaking them hips. You can't stop her, she told us. Bronze Spear is... It's up there with the best. It probably is the best today. Lola has Roxanne up. Reversal from Roxanne. 2 count. Andrade back elbow, very much like as well. Phoenix Splash is the prettiest move, says Harmes. Scotty Too Hotty's Caterpillar. Ask Joe Hendry about that one. It's just a pesh people's elbow is the PG version. I believe of what Joe Hendry said back in the day. I say back in the day. Must have been a few months ago now. I can't remember when it was now. At North Wrestling up here in Newcastle. She's got the clutch in. Body scissors as well. Ooh, Roxanne's rolling. Like an alligator. A crocodile. You're lucky Joe Hendry never made a song about you. I made a song about Joe Hendry back in the day. No, I did. I went through a... Sorry, I've just misremembered my own life there. As we're watching Roxanne stomp Lola on the floor. It's a good brawl, this. A different flavour to this matchup here. Less fancy wrestling than we've seen in other matches. More brawling. As Roxanne has a hammerlock. Going for Northern Lights with a hammerlock. Delightful. On the floor. It will hurt more. I used to parody Joe Hendry's WCPW entrances. I was really proud of... really proud. I was pleased with the effort I did for his Joseph Connors entrance. Where he said, and Joseph Connors, I said, F Jack the Jobber. Brilliant stuff. And thank you to Sam and Chris Thompson, who used to be the editors back then. Making my bollocks look good. Not my literal bollocks. Yeah, I did it. That's the best reaction from like the people I've worked with, I've had for anything I've ever done. Where me and Joe did an advert for one of the WCPW shows and he picked me up in his old fall-away slam finisher position. I wasn't expecting it, and it was like a natural reaction. I started screaming for my mom because I was scared. My arse came out as well. Delightful. The advert will be on YouTube somewhere if someone wants to find it. I forget what show it was. But yes, my brother King Ross and Joe Hendry had a nice relationship on camera back in the day. And behind the scenes, he's a nice guy. Very nice man. Sorry, Roxanne going for the arm. Lola reverses, roll through. Roxanne gets the other arm. Suplex with the arm hooked as well. Roxanne's working the arm, the old-timey heel that she is. Pick a body part. Focus on the body part. Hup, hup. She's missed it. Lola's got the triangle in. That's a different company, Chris McCarthy. We were Cultaholic by the time Haku was doing that. Hurricane, but she's fallen out the ring by God. By God. Roxanne's out. If that was in the ring, it was academic. New women's champion, but no. Lola having to lift, shoot dead weight. Back in the ring. She's too close to the ropes. Way too close to the ropes. What on earth am I reading there? Jack Rogers. What does that even mean? Oh, is that what it was? That wasn't what it was called, was it? I can see now in my head him doing that to Rob Conway, Viscera. If you know, you know. Poor Rob Conway. Oh, a low blow to an arm. Better than Tangaloa. He was concussed. I'm being harsh, I know. The arm into the pole. Looks like she's going for an arm bar for the win. Now, at the risk of getting this stream demonetized, is anal destruction the real name of Viscera's? When he was doing that to Rob Conway. Rest in peace, Nelson, of course. That's what the Deadlock... I don't listen to enough Deadlock. I need to listen to him more. I often come across their little... their shorts on the ground when I'm flicking through. Pop rocks! Pop rocks! Kick out. I think we've got a new champion here, you know. I think we've got a new champion. You don't kick out a pop rocks. You don't kick out a pop rocks. Oh, bucket. Roxanne needs to be careful. Oh, we're going for an announce table spot. Run away, Booker T. He hates it when the ladies land on him. Different Roxanne Perez, Vic. You will never be champion. What's she going for here? Is the referee counting? Pop rocks on the table. She's got it. Oh, it's a shame that move doesn't look like it hurts. Is that just my opinion? Do you think the pop rocks looks like it hurts? Holy poo chance in Toronto. Roxanne rolls Lola back in. It's not over, surely. No, it's a late kick out from Lola. Like Spike for Roxy, indeed. Her old name. I just don't think the pop rocks looks like it hurts. That armbar looks like it hurts, and she's been working the arm the entire match. Lola is not close enough to the bottom rope. This might be it, but she's wriggling like a worm. Oh, wrench. This is tantalizing. Whoop. Another pop rocks. Oh, that might be it, you know. Oh, no, Lola, she rolled through. Whoa! What we're doing here. Have a balls to finish up, kind of, maybe. Another pop rocks. That's got to be over. She took about 12 pop rocks there in that match. My goodness me. Lola Vice retains. Mama Lola at home is in tatters. She's not getting the phone call. Hey, to be fair to Roxanne, there was a couple of pop roxes there that did look like they hurt. More talk. Talk Volker. I cannot believe it. After all that. After the storyline of Roxanne's mother. The womb. Why have I shouted the womb there? When Lola was inside of it and what happened when the mum's fighting career. She can't make the phone call. Did I say Lola Vice retains? Bollocks! Roxanne Perez retains. It's 1:46 in the morning here. Got Lola Vice on the brain. I'm like Booker T. There was a bit of stank on the prop box there. On the pop rocks there. Oh, I think we've hit the wall. We're on 570 likes. Let's get to 600 for Lola Vice. Valiant in defeat. Can't make that phone call to her mom. Hello, mom. I didn't do it. Lola, you bitch. Hangs up. That's what the mom will do. No doubt about it. Don't come home for tea. You're not welcome. More adverts that we've seen 12 times this weekend. Heather Wright, go to bed. You've only got just over an hour if you're on the same time as me. No surprises, no debut. Thumbs down from Tito the Alien. Well, if Tito the Alien's not pleased, I guess I'm not pleased as well. Don't invade, Tito. Do not invade. It looks like, unless they're doing this on purpose, that they're building up, the thought in the wrestling fans' mind that no title changes all night long. We're going to get one for Trick Willie. As we see, Tony D. Is this a new promo package or is it a generic one? It's just a generic one, isn't it? One of the 4 pillars of NXT there. Oh, we've got Wade Barrett commentary on this promo package. Is that old? Nah, capiche? Up the Charlie Dempsey, by the way. What a performance. Well, I wish they would go more in with the mob stuff, but the deranged, I'm going to turn it to Tony D because he beat me stuff is good. Really good stuff. Oh, crack on with the adverts. Bloody hell. What should we do to pass the time? Let's have a look on the social media, see what's happening. See what's happening on the social media. Oh, someone just showed me a reverse angle of Tangaloa's low blow spot. Thanks to Richard Blosser, if they're watching. I didn't realise that Tangaloa hit Tamatonga on the top of the head. Well, Tamatonga was in the package pile driver position. Alex Devine, Dempsey looks too much like Regal for me. What do you expect? It's his biological boy. Should we do some anal destruction to pass the time? Let me know in the chat, how do you achieve anal destruction? I'll tell you now, I've never achieved such feats. So I'm happy to listen and learn from some of the great minds in the chat. Here's the promo package we saw on this week's NXT about Brooks Jensen, Big BJ. Larry Rabb goes to Taco Bell for some anal destruction. What has happened here? That's the old WWE Brian Doyle. Well, you say that. Apart from Drew McIntyre. They still don't like giving Drew McIntyre his flowers in his hometown. Ish. Home country-ish. It's been a weird one, this, because it hasn't been the focus at all on TV, which I guess makes it more real. Because I saw a lot of people believing that he was going off the rails for a period of time before he started doing the run-ins in the shed. Why is he not booked tonight? It's going to be interesting to see how they handle this one on the weekly show this week. Meeting with the brilliant Ava, who will no doubt emasculate him as she becomes more like Stephanie McMahon week by week. He's like Post Malone without the face tats. I can see Post Malone there. I can see it. By the way, why is Post Malone's theme, his entrance theme on 2K24, better than most of all of Death Rebel's stuff? He's just got it's a generic rock theme, but it's got a bit of bulge to it when he's walking down to the ring. I'd recommend they give that to someone in real life because it's got a bit of bulge, a bit of presence, a bit of je ne sais quoi. Maybe want to bang my head off a wall in a good way. Here he is, Lexus King. He's celebrating his heritage, American heritage. Who did he say before Metallica? I missed that. Did he say Creed? I'm really happy Braun's theme changed. I don't think he said that, Emmett. Did he say Motley Crue? Oh, Tony D's having a cup of Joe. It's not my cup of espresso. Meh, meh. Who eats raw basil? I've not had Huel in a long time. I see Huel getting a mention in the chat. It's gonna be easy. He's putting on more of an accent, he is, Tony. I'm the Don. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. I'm insulted. I'm sounding like the water boy, aren't I? Ava, set it up. I'm going to smack that fake-ass beard right off your face. I'm going to come back to my garden. He's going to water his basil, and I'm going to eat a leaf. Like a weirdo. Who eats basil like that? That's a shocking face that Lexus King has there on that picture. Look at that beard. I know that's the point of winding us up, but bloody hell. Bloody hell. Thoughts on Bron using the Bronco Buster from AKEX? Thank you very much for the donation there. Not against it. Not against it at all. Stuart Lubbock in the little tippery-do bit there. Hello, Ross. Where is your fellow prostate brother this season? Did you see Tangaloa give Kevin Owens a quick prostate check last night before he low-blowed him? Yes, I did. Up the prostate brothers. Tom doesn't do NXT. Tom doesn't watch NXT on the weekly. That's just because they don't get as many views as the other streams, so we'll just have one person here instead of two. That's the reason why I do them on my own. But I want to do them on my own because I love NXT. I love it. Oh, no, Ross, what are you saying? No, not Stuart Lubbock. What's wrong with Stuart Lubbock? What have I missed? Right, it's main event time already. We've only been going less than 2 hours. Unbelievable. Up the prostate, bros. Yeah, it's just because, you know, we need to give people time off. And then it's just easier to give. It costs. Why am I even going into this? It costs the company less to give me just the time off tomorrow than to give me and Tom the time off tomorrow, for example. So that's why we do it. Because the viewing figures are down for NXT. I don't know why. NXT's been getting more viewers than AEW recently. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right? Am I wrong? Stay away from the pool, Stuart. Oh, Stuart, look. Oh. Is that Barrymore's friend? The pennies just dropped in my head. Oh, God. I tell you what, though. My girlfriend's got the tickety-tock. And, yeah, I've walked into that one. Very sorry. Michael Barrymore's made a comeback on TikTok. He takes his little dog. I believe the dog's called Dave. He took Dave on a caravan holiday this week, did Michael Barrymore. Like Spike for Michael Barrymore. And for Stuart Lubbock, who passed away in Michael Barrymore's swimming pool in circumstances that haven't been fully ratified, have they? Why am I talking about that? Oh, you know when it's a bit too late, you don't catch everything. How do you not catch Stuart Lubbock, eh? Anyway, we'll move on to the main event of this premium live event. I'm going to go for a Trick Willie win. Armsby saying Joe Hendry comes out and destroys all four men. What are your predictions for this match? Let's move on from Michael Barrymore and Stuart Lubbock. Rest in peace. Talk about soup. Trick Willie Wonka says Emmett for his prediction. Trick Willie pins Javon. Interesting. Chill, Ross. We get you're a mega Shawn Spears simp. I don't think I've talked about Shawn Spears for about an hour. What are you on about? Trick Willie's Trick. Ethan Page. Probably Trick, but I want to see Ethan Page get a surprise win. Show keys. They're over there. I can't be asked to get them. Ego. Trick wins and Hendry comes out. I'm going to go for Trick. A whole PLE without a title change. I'm not a fan of soup. Soup's not a meal. Soup's only a meal when you add bread to it. Therefore, if you need to add the bread and make it more unhealthy than it was or is, it's not a meal, is it? Bouncy! Ooh. Siobhan getting some cold graphics on the screen as well. Let's ice it over. Or is it come? Is Von Wagner coming back? Page winning Joe comes out. Who has... Now... I don't know, because Ethan Page's, as I said earlier, Ethan Page's promos, I'm going to put my feet up. Put my feet up for the main event. Ultimate comfort in the studio. Page's promos have been awful. Not the delivery, just the substance of the promos. At Battleground, you know, Trick, that match I was going to win before I lost it quite easily. That's how a world champion speaks, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. But then if Ethan takes the fall here, that's twice now in two. His first two PLEs. His two first pay-per-views that he'll have taken the loss. And we need more people in the main roster scene of NXT at the moment. This is the main event scene here. Omar's got the North American title. Wesley's having a meltdown. This is a good theme, to be fair. Good bit of synth from Shawn Spears, who I'm apparently a simp of, according to one guy in the chat. Oh, he's got a mask on. Oh, he's scary. I like it, though. It's like a hockey mask in it, but a bit more gnarly. Spears taking the fall, says Justin in the chat there. Is this attire in reference to some sort of superhero or Power Ranger? Let me know. Because I don't have any idea about any of that sort of stuff. As I find out on the podcast every week. Looks like he's going paintballing. He could be. Oh yeah, Shawn Spears is Canadian as well, isn't he? Forgot about that. Here he comes down the ring, down the ramp. With this theme that just sounds like background noise. Not a good effort from Def Rebel. A well-placed I Believe in Joe Hendry sign there. Could it be foreshadowing? As Ethan Page walks down the ramp. Kiss my ass, he says. It's not a reference. He just likes Max. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. We live and learn. White Ranger Tommy Oliver? I don't know. He was white and gold, wasn't he? Not white and green. If I remember correctly from my youth. There is something about this guy, Booker T, but not his recent promos. They have not been it. They have been not it. The opposite of it. Rhymes with it, but starts with an S. That's what they've been. Ha 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 ha. We're 8 likes away from 600 likes on the live stream. The more likes, the better. They help support this bollocks and tickle the algorithms bollocks. I'm sure you're sick of me going on about it by now, but it is important. Appreciate all the likes we get. Can we get to 600 before the main event starts? That's Trick Willie. Oh yeah, man. That's Trick, man. 598. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Go on. Push. What? 606. Thank you very much. Uh-huh. I like it. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. That's Trick. That's the that's the chant right there, Vic. It's a longer ramp for Trick Willie tonight, so Booker T's got to work harder in the rapping bit. In the rapping bit? Is it rapping? Oh yeah, man. Oh, look at the lights. Lasers. I like his Harlem Heat gear. That's why Booker T's a bit more radio rental with his commentary there. Oh yeah, man. So most, I think, are saying Trick for the win. I seen a couple of Javon shouts earlier. Saw a couple of Spears. No, I didn't see any Spears. A couple of Pages. Most seem to think Spears will take the fall. That's fair enough. Whoop, that Trick. Whoop, that Trick. For the NXT title championship. I forgot that wrong. 8 years of watching wrestling, all weeks, every week. Got the ring call wrong. Bouncy. How long I reckon this match is going? It's 2:04 currently over here in the UK. I reckon we'll go till about 2:45. Is that ambitious on my part? Or is it going to be 2:30? That'd be 2.5 hours for the main show. All ego. Ethan Page. And his dimples on his head. He has got the Cavalca and he Trick Willie. Wrestling's getting better as well. Still got the NXT 2.0 title? Yeah, we have. We need to remember the good times, don't we? Right. It's main event o'clock. The bell has sounded. We're all got 4 lads in 4 corners. They're all staring each other down. It feels ever so slightly big time on the NXT PLE. Oh, it feels dirty to say PLE, but you've got to, haven't you? In a professional capacity. Bouncy! Ethan Page bounced off the barricade by Bouncy Javon. Javon. Oh. Big slam by Trick on Shawn. Big lariat. Well, not really a lariato. Just a meaty clothesline over the top rope. Michaela North, go to bed. What are you doing? You got to be up in 5 hours. Hello, Jonathan Torres. Oh, now we're having a big dick swing contest between Shawn Spears and Ethan Page, beating down the young whippersnappers. Now they're going to swing each other's dicks at each other. Go on, lads, swing your dicks. Get them out. Let's go. It's the match we've all dreamed of, everybody. It's Ethan Page versus Shawn Spears. The crowd reminding Shawn Spears of his past. May Key Negs in the chat. Thank you for the tip. Sorry if this is nosy, but are the rumours of Adam's engagement to Bailey true? Bailey not spelled like the wrestler, but Bailey spelled like Leon Bailey of Aston Villa fame. Big props to both of them, if so. I've got no idea who Bailey is. But congratulations to the pair of them. Impressive manoeuvres by Javon, especially, and Trick Willie, to rid us of the old, well, Shawn Spears is older. Oh. What a cool handshake. That's one thing I've never had in my lifetime. Never had in my lifetime is a secret handshake with anybody. Bouncy. Nice transition into a little roll through pinfall attempt there. Have you ever had a secret handshake with a friend? I just go in for the lice. Oh, yeah. Oh, strong. Roll through Bouncy. I can't even talk now. Roll through from Bouncy. Nearly got you. Or he's saying the Trick Willie has a small penis, which would be a surprise after all the references to his penis in the little storyline with Lash Legend, Willy Wonka, and chocolate that they used to speak about every week. Not my words. Not my words. Trick and Lash's words. Oh, yes, of course. I forgotten my own life again. Alex the Luchador in the chat there. Me and Adam had one. Do the hustle. It's been that long since I've done the hustle with him. I forgot it was even a thing. Trick Willie Tick. There's a white chair. Oh, it's Shawn. And I said it's Shawn Michaels' chair. It's Shawn Spears' chair. Trick with the big lariato on Ethan Page. Trick is beating up everybody. Booked strong again is Trick. Kip up. Big double crossbody from Bouncy. Rock bottom from Trick. Not over yet. The racist chair. Camel Clutch TV, I echo your sentiments. Let's go to 650 likes. I don't think 1,000 happens tonight. Let's try and get to 700. That's the goal. That's the goal. Hello, Erin Williams, as I live and breathe. Used to watch me and Adam do bollocks on What Culture Extra back in the day, if that's the same lady. Hope you're doing well. We're on 628 likes. Let's keep going. Let's make it bouncy like Siobhan, who's getting spaffed in the corner by Ethan Page. Yeah, as I say, the more likes these streams get, the better. If it gets to the point where they're not doing well enough, they'll get ended. That's how things work now. Now that we're old and washed and everyone's sick of us. Nice power slam by Ethan Page. Pulling Siobhan Evans through. It is Aaron. Hello, Eric. Hit a like button, yes, everybody, for Viscera's anal destruction, which has been a common theme of tonight's stream. Page going to the top. That's not what he does in the wrestling. Shawn Spears cuts him off. Like spike for Stuart Lubbock as well. Rest in peace, Stuart. Also for Michael Barrymore's TikTok. DJB58, never sick of you lot. Maybe Porter. That's fair enough. Big four-man move. Electric chair position for Siobhan on Trick's shoulders. Shoulder barge from Page. 2 counts at once. They have been loud and on their feet. We've made it past 650. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's get to 700. Please like the stream if you haven't already. I don't want to be a beg, but it does help. That's the last time I mentioned it until the end of the stream. Let's enjoy the main event. Strikes from Page and Trick Willie back and forth. It's like the Rock and Austin back in the day. Someone stick my way on this match. Of course, it's no DQ. No DQ. Shawn Spears bringing the racist chair into the ring. Oh, bouncy. Smashed him in the back. Oh, I'm running low on water. Up. Spears has got Siobhan up. Trick pulls Siobhan down. It feels like we're building maybe towards something between Trick and Siobhan because they're being very, very friendly in the opening stages of this match. What a DVD in the corner from Shawn Spears into the racist chair. It's just a white chair. It's just a white chair. I forget who said it in the chat there earlier, the racist chair, and I've run with it. Bad fall for Trick there, a little high on his neck. Could there be a finish where Siobhan maybe turns on Trick? Is that 2 out of left field? Just how friendly they're being. You know, Trick saved Siobhan on a couple of occasions there. Can Siobhan Evans be a heel? Of course he could. Being that young and that good at the wrestling. Very jealous of the guy. Super kick from Spears to Page. And then one to Siobhan. And then, what the hell's happening here? Yeah! Yeah! I will have to rewatch this for the podcast to make notes. My memory's awful. There's too much wrestling to memorize. I don't know how Jack does it. Jack comes to that podcast with no notes. I guess I do mainly take the first. After Matthew's done his bit, I'm normally first in there like swimmer, aren't I? That's a Geordie Shore reference there. If anyone watched Geordie Shore back in the day. In there like swimwear. And then Jack riffs off what I say first. That's how it normally goes when I talk over everybody in the podcast. Jack does do the notes for Matthew. But still, I would still be making my own. When I do the notes for Matthew when Jack's off, I still make my own notes. I don't want to forget anything. We're going for a powerbomb on Trick into the ring, but it's Razor's Edge. Ego's Edge apologizes. Apologies. Apologies. Trish? My God, I've gone here. Oh, my God. Javon doing his best Montez Ford impersonation. Big flippy-do over the turnbuckle to the floor. Trick Willie sent through the barricade. Not Trish Stratus. Jesus Christ. Meaty. 7 Juice, thank you for the super chat there. Shane O'Mac comes in and cleans house, wins NXT title. Shut up, 7 Juice. You bastard. I'm so happy he's not rocked up in NXT yet. We're up the top. Javon and Spears. Spears is going for a DVD, I think, off the top. The C4, actually, I beg my pardon. Pierce has rolled out Spears. It's over. Oh, he kicked out. That could have ended the match. That would have felt right to end the match as well after such a big fall for Javon. Well, 2 big falls. One over the turnbuckle, the ring post to the floor. Second off the top turnbuckle. Well, off the top of Shawn Spears' shoulders. Paige looking manic. Alex the Luchador contender, well, in the lead for Move of the Week so far, has got to be Chelsea's bump, I'd say so far. But Ober's F, whatever we want to call it from that match against Wesley, is definitely second, if not first. One of those 2 maneuvers for me. Or maybe Io Shirai's Michinoku driver through the ladders, the ladder bridge. May K Negs is back. Thank you for the tip. Rumours were that Adam and Leon Bailey were engaged in a legal battle after Adam and Mandy Rose implicated Bailey. I'll get back to your comment in a second. Trick Willie is going to... No, he's not. Head scissors over the top by Shawn Spears. Javon and Paige in the ring all alone. Bouncing to the top. Spanish fly. So high. Bye-bye, Paige. Oh, my God. Huge cutter off the top. It might be it. Oh, Trick just saving it. Inches. 7 Juices back. Thank you very much. Sorry, Rossi. Drip Trick couldn't resist. Lol, like Spike. Well, you've saved yourself there, 7 Juice. Like Spike, indeed. We're on 663. Let's try and get a 700 before the end. We'll get back to May K. Negs' comment. Rumours were that Adam and Leon Bailey were engaged in a legal battle after Adam and Mandy Rose implicated Bailey in the drug that Adam and Fallon Henley started. It's a whole thing, apparently. What on earth are you on about? I've got no idea what you mean there. Now Trick and I've never said Trish again. Trick and Javon going at it in the ring. Javon off the ropes. They've kicked each other midair at the same time. Could one of the wily vets get in there and make the victory for themselves? This has turned into a very good main event. Been a very good pay-per-view. NXT PLEs. Ooh. Pay-per-views back on form. Especially after a pretty dull battleground. Pretty dull. Pretty dull. Not the dullest, but pretty dull. What's Javon looking at? He looks mental. He looks mental. Oh, my God. Piss off, man, Shawn Spears. I wanted to see Javon die there through that announce table off the top rope. Not because I don't like him, just because, you know, cool wrestling moves and that. What can Spears do from there to get Javon Evans from the top rope through the announce table? Surely a superplex won't work. It's too much of a distance, surely. Headbutts, punches, Spears on the top on his own. If Javon could just push him, he'd go flying backwards. Although I don't see Shawn Spears taking that kind of bump. Javon's on the top now. Shawn Spears on the top. Cutter off the top. Lovely. Javon bouncing off the other top rope. Spinny, flippy, wobbity boo. This might be it. Oh, Trick saving it again at the last. That's twice now Trick Willie saved it by the skin of his teeth. Siobhan is very, very good. You can't teach that. I don't know if I've said that in a Scottish accent. Enzo Amore, the famous Scotsman. Oh! Siobhan going for a springboard push. Oh my God, Trick pushes him backwards through the announce table. Nearly landed on that near edge, like a certain name redacted did back in the day. Christopher Michael Benoit. But luckily, I think he got enough in the middle for it to be relatively comfortable in that kind of situation. As comfortable as that can be. No, it was on the edge. That would have hurt. Right on the ribs. Oh. Now Trick's looking mental. Let's get this stupid little thing out the way. Oh, Shawn Spears saw the finish coming. A bloody sharpshooter in Canada? I've never seen the like of it before in my life. Shawn Spears is not becoming champion. Oh, here comes Paige. Big pump kick to Spears. Paige has got Trick up. Is Paige going to pin Trick? Ego's edge. Too close to the ropes, my dear. Bounces up already. What's he made from? It can't be flesh and bone and muscle. Are you frickin' kidding me? How is he back up so quick? Madman. Paige is going wild. He looks deranged. This might cost him, you know. Going for an Ego's edge, but Spears is on the rope. On the ropes. That's right, Ross. It's on the ropes. Oh! Knee to Siobhan. Siobhan knocked into Spears. Knee to Paige, but Paige is in it. Oh my God! Woo! Trick has kneed Ethan Page upside the head. He's knocked him out. Page has fallen on Siobhan. Page has pinned Siobhan, knows nothing about it, and Ethan Page has won the NXT title. I do not know what to do with myself right now. He's been nowhere near it in storyline. Got defeated relatively comfortably at Battleground. His promos have been a bit wank since then. And now he's won the NXT title. Like Spike for the Page, though. He feels like an NXT main eventer. He feels like he could be carrying the NXT title with the right Kavoka if he's booked right. I like the way he's won as well because Trick's handed him the win, basically. Sure, this builds to another Trick versus Ethan Page matchup. Jesus Christ. What a shocker. It's a shocker at the Heatwave. Siobhan Evans, though, has got to be man of the match there. The stuff he was doing, the Montez Ford off the top, or over the top turnbuckle, huge Spanish fly. There was a big cutter off the top where I nearly hit the roof on Ethan Page. This is it here in the replay. Whee! Taking that backwards bump off the announce table, off the edge as well, and getting back up. Unbelievable scenes. Look at this bump. Right off the corner. Off the ledge. What a way to end that match, though. The balls on Chef Michaels. The balls. To have Trick lose the title in this way. Bosh, right in the chin. Poor Siobhan. Ooh, that's interesting. Spears held Trick back. So Trick couldn't win. Dragonberry Mead like Spike, you beautiful people. I do agree indeed. We're 17 away from 700. Let's get 17 more likes for Joe Hendry, who's definitely coming down now. 100%. This is very interesting. Very interesting indeed. The little things appeared in the bottom corner. This might be it. Say his name. Say his name. Ah! What happened? What's going on? He appeared for a second. I saw his head. Am I tripping bollocks and did Joe Hendry disappear? Is that it? What the? I feel like swearing. You minge teasing bastards. I've gone both selected there. Oh, well. We're teasing something with Joe Hendry. It's not tonight, but it's going to be very soon, it feels like. Well, what a way to end a very, very, very good show. Oba Wesley over-delivered. Sol Ruca, Kelani Jordan got there in the end after a bit of a shaky start. What else happened on this show? Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez was very good indeed. The tag team title match was superb. The main event had a very, very, very interesting ending. Shawn Spears keeping Trick Willie from getting in there to stop the thing he caused. What an event. NXT stands and delivers. Seven Juices back once again. Ross, you said his name and he appeared. I did. We all did, didn't we? We were all at home going, bap, bap. We'll have to see what he does in this week's show. Joe Hendry, it would appear, is coming to NXT very soon indeed. I might have to ask him about it when I see him at North next weekend. Right then, thank you for watching, everybody. I think we'll end it there. This is Awesome's now started on the network. We'll end it there. Please leave a like if you haven't done already. It helps us out an awful lot. We've got the views are going up. Where are they coming from? Hello, everybody. The show's over. The stream's over. Great NXT show you've just missed. Joe Hendry, shoot appearance at the end. What does it mean? I've got no idea, but I think I'll end it there because that's the end of the show. I've been Ross from Cultaholic. Please leave a like. Very much appreciate all your support this evening. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you for everything. And I'll see you whenever the hell I see you. Thank you for watching, everybody. Up the Joe Hendry!